Hey guys and gals, it's me, anomalousDucky here with my good friend Dustifer, Nicholas Big Nicholas, Delirious Slick
Hi.
and Nasty, some Canadian kid, and the guy who likes Half-Life. And we're gonna be playing. Well, we're not gonna be playing anything. We're gonna be just talking about random things, just stories, whatever, anything that comes to our mind at the moment. And I think we're gonna do it on turn-based, so this doesn't devolve into chaos. And I guess I'll start with what I'm thinking about at the moment because I'm the first on the list. So earlier I was talking about it. At my school, when the classes switched, second semester, right? And we have one semester, so it lasts 9 weeks, so 18 weeks. And this semester-long class, it was a firefighting class, right?
hmm
But it wasn't advertised as it. It's called something like Intro to Law, right? So I thought it was just like a law class. But no, it's a firefighting class for some reason. And I had the teacher in it is pretty goofy, all right? Because there were times where we'd be watching World War II documentaries, like did Hitler actually kill himself, stuff like that. And when we'd come back from lunch, he'd like close it down, like we caught him watching porn or something. And there's also he also started playing Mongolian, like hardcore Mongolian rock music once and showed it to the class. Yeah, it was the greatest shit ever, dude. It was great. It was so good.
I rock to that shit.
Yeah.
Especially when they go,
Yeah, like the Mongolian throat singing. I'll try to find the song he was playing, but it was actually really good. It was really good music. I really liked it. But there's also like we'll say about 2 months before school ended. There was 2 whole months where we were basically assigned nothing. Like every once in a while we'd have to do something, but after that you could just go back to sit on your phone. All the kids sat on their phone all day, doing nothing. It was really boring. I just read Homestuck the whole time, and that's how I completed it so fast. Because I basically there was like there were times in school where like 70%. Yeah, there was one day at school where like 80% of the day was spent reading Homestuck because I had nothing to sign. So that's the American school in a nutshell. They just don't assign anything on the last days, and it was.
I wish it was
Yeah.
this easy in my
Yeah.
school.
So I would go outside, sit on the
wish it
benches.
wasn't.
The jocks would look at me. They would mock me and say, "Who's this nerd?" Like sitting over there on the benches. And it was really hot out there, but I enjoyed my time just sitting out there reading. And if I didn't have anything to do, then I honestly don't know what I'd do other than like probably play Plague Inc. all day, because there's only two options. But yeah, last day of school for me was spent in that class. We had our finals, and it was like a half day, right? And so I had this class for third block, and I basically had to sit through it. Well, no. I basically would have to sit through it to get my fourth block. We were watching a movie. We were going to watch the film version of Mice and Men, and I wanted to see it, but I left school early because I didn't want to sit through my third block playing Plague Inc. the whole time. It was really boring. And I lied. That actually wasn't the last day of school. I think it was like a couple days before it. It's a little fuzzy. But yeah, school ended just like that. School year went by extremely fast. And when summer started, since Raleigh was gone, well, Curbs, as everyone knows him, I just name dropped him, but he won't mind. So Curbs, he before school ended, he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna leave, probably indefinitely." I talked him out of him leaving Discord indefinitely, and he said, "Maybe I'll come back sooner or later, but it would be after summer." So I'm going this entire summer without seeing him, so I just needed something to do, and that's why I finally yielded. Well, I wouldn't use the word yielded because it sounds like I'm doing it as like a last resort or it's something bad. Because no, this is actually a great decision. In retrospect, I'm really glad I came back to YouTube here. But yeah, that's why I came back to YouTube, because he left and I didn't really have anybody to talk to. Of course, I still have my other friends to talk to, but we have done considerably more this summer than I have done in a long time. Like, the last time I visited a friend's house was probably when I was like 10 years old. But I went to my friend's house, like they came to my house twice. We went to Carowinds, which is like a big theme park in the North Carolina, South Carolina border. So we went to Carowinds. I went to Carowinds with them, and they came over to my house, had a sleepover. Well, we'll talk about that later because there's some funny stuff that happened. And I also went to some of my friends' houses, and it was a great time. I'm going to go over to my friend's house again, but one of them is on a trip in Colorado, so I can't visit him at the moment. But I'm going to visit one of my childhood friends, Ben. probably sometime next week, because I want to finish Gen 2, and this is the way we're wrapping it up with this video. So I wanted to finish Gen 2 before I decided to do anything, so I spent a bunch of time getting everything ready. Yeah, you can stop posting stupid shit in the chat. I'm trying to say something.
Yeah, guys, you're trying to speak, guys.
It's making me laugh. It's making me laugh.
Okay. Anyways, simmer down, girls.
Gary,
I'm gonna visit my friends now that Gen 2 is done, and I just want to thank you all so much for giving.
Guys, I just received
Yeah.
the superior smiles of children.
Yeah, we had a lot of good laughs. Like, we had a lot of good times this week. Like we're having now. We're just laughing at stupid shit. But yeah, we did more than we had in these past 2 weeks than we have in a long time.
Yeah.
So yeah, coming back to YouTube was definitely the greatest decision I made. And
It feels like it's to me it feels like after like 3 months of like not talking to each other, we made up for that 3 months of inactivity within 2 weeks. We made up for all of that. We've been VCing so much. It's kind of crazy, actually.
Because again, I said this in one of the videos, but the day 1 through 5 were basically recorded day after one another and edited. So I was working really hard, and then when I got to the weekend, I was gonna have to say, okay, I'm gonna finish these 2 videos, like these video essays that I was gonna make, but time was running thin, and I got stressed. I was like, oh man, I'm not gonna be able to get it out in time. And my original plan was I was going to make the videos as the week progressed, because I had the first 5 videos ready for Gen 2, and I could say, I could use those 5 days to make the 6th video and 7th video while, those days are ongoing. And in retrospect, I did have a considerable amount of time to do that, but I just didn't go through with the plan, because I know those 2 videos I was going to make for this event, they would be very resource intensive. I would need to put a ton of effort in them. Deaf and random, dude.
Wait, he's stuck like this.
Oh my
he's
god.
stuck.
Okay.
No. Okay.
Anyways, I'm continuing. I'll end my ramble in a minute, but the videos that I was gonna make, I ended up yielding to say we're just gonna have Gen 2 be these compilation videos, because again, I was running out of time. I was getting stressed. I wouldn't be able to meet the deadline, so we delayed it to June 20th, and I decided I want to do even more stuff with you guys, so that's why we made every video these compilation-like videos. So, okay, it's your turn, dude. It's your turn. What do you have to say?
Hold on. I have a
I
question.
love Messi.
I have a question.
What?
Yeah.
What's your question?
Do you have anything to say, like a story you want to share, or should I ask you a question that you can ramble about?
Me?
Ask
No.
you the question first.
Okay. So, what is your biggest fear and why? Be as honest as you want.
You just want to know, so you know what the.
So you know how to
right?
use it anymore.
Okay, dude, I got a better question. At what time do your parents leave for work?
How much do you weigh?
Well, my parents don't go to work; they work at home.
Oh, okay. Well, go on with the first question.
Okay, my biggest fear.
The dark. It's gonna be the dark. Okay, I'll shut up.
Ooh, it's hard. I have a lot I don't like. Probably witnessing the end of the world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a
Okay, actually about that, I've been watching a lot of
Because it's definitely gonna happen within my lifetime.
There's this fucking channel, right? It's called Mystery Recap, and they yeah, I know you guys already know. But, yeah, so they actually upped their production value. Before I kind of didn't like them because their content was pretty lazy back then because they just used TTS, like bare minimum requirement for an actual voice speaker. They just use a text-to-speech program, run their script through it. It was pretty lazy, but they actually got a person who voices it now, which I can respect. And these mystery recap videos, they recap movies, right? Like very short recaps of them, and they explain everything. And they always do foreign films. Like, I saw a really interesting one I want to check out now of this girl. She's really stupid, right? She sucks at I know that's mean,
Can't
but
say
listen.
that.
Nice one.
She sucks. No, listen, that's actually like in the title. Like, this girl is so stupid, but
Wow, guys.
it's a Japanese film, Oh no, actually, it's my mistake.
Okay.
No. My mistake. It's a Korean film. It's a Korean film. But she's really bad at school. She always gets zeros. She always gets super Fs, you could say. But
Super Fs.
yeah, she always gets super Fs on her assignments. But she visits this well, right? She throws a coin in it, and she says, I want 100s in all my tests. And her wish is granted, but not in the way you think. Because whatever she writes becomes automatically true. So she does get 100 because what she put is right. But it only became right after she wrote it down. So, for instance, at the end of the movie, she forgets to fill in the answer on the back of the page of what the current world population is, and everyone disappears. And that's the end of the movie. Yeah, it's a really interesting movie, because whatever she writes comes true, and just like this whole conflict with her brother who's stuck in his room all day, and she's like, wants him to come out. So she starts, she understands her new power. She starts trying to use it for benefit, right? So she writes down things that would be beneficial, like the stocks get really high, and her father, who's like a stockbroker, but everything she writes always sends the world into like a panic. She writes that water is like the rarest material, and it does become the rarest material. Everyone like starts panic buying water. Like it's like when Elon Musk said Dogecoin, and Dogecoin stocks went up like 8,000%. It's like that, and then she has to revert what she did. Like, she has to sneak back into class. A very interesting movie, but anyways, Mystery Recap does a lot of movies about the end of the world, and the scariest end of the world movie, in my eyes, the two scariest ones, is Knowing, which came out in 2008, I think, and The Road. The Road, especially. Knowing is more sci-fi. It's not as scary, but it does deal with the end of the world at the end. It's like a thriller. But the Road is like a complete post-apocalyptic world. There's cannibals. There's all the colors. All the colors are gray and diluted. It's really grim. But I'm not gonna make this video entirely about me because we've already been talking for 14 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to interrupt you, but the question was for Du.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That tends to happen. That tends to happen.
Silent.
Okay. Anyways, go on, dude.
I'm speaking now, I think.
No, I'm
Anyway.
speaking actually.
Hi guys.
Apologies for.
not.
He got kicked. He kicked them.
So I actually read that
On a
book,
budget.
The Road.
The Road?
Yeah, I had to
It's
do it
the movie
for
adaptation
my
is what I
final
was talking about.
project. Yeah, my teacher's a bunch of liars, by the way. There's two, because there's some slow kids in my class, but
Wow.
my teacher was a bunch of, like, she's a big liar, because I can't speak English, and she's my English teacher. And she said that at the final 2 weeks, when we were just going to be sitting in the classroom doing nothing, pretty much, she was going to play it, and she never did. Instead, she played Turning Red, a movie with The Rock,
Really?
and...
She played Turning Ed? I'd like to be in your class.
No, you wouldn't. She is a terrible teacher.
Okay, what did you say?
And she played that. She played...
Stop putting on stupid shit.
She played... I'm going to close this
Yeah,
clip.
just
She played...
go to other channel. Okay, go on.
She played a movie with The Rock and Ryan Reynolds. I have no idea what it was called. And then she must have played another movie, but I didn't show up for the last 2 days of school, so I didn't see it. And the book was okay. It was super confusing because you never know who's actually talking half the time. Because the guy who wrote it doesn't do quotes or like most punctuations.
Really?
Yeah. It's very hard to tell who anyone is because they don't have names either.
Yeah.
There's only like one or two people that actually have a name.
The father and the son, right?
Yeah, and then like
Okay.
they're not names, but like this is what they're called.
Right.
There's only I don't even remember what the guy's one name was.
Did we understand your greatest fear? Oh, it's like the apocalypse, yes?
Yeah.
Witnessing and
Because
Will it happen in our
he just
lifetime?
played Mass Effect.
Fucking give me. Okay.
It may or may not happen in our lifetimes.
It definitely will. It's already
What if
starting.
fucking feel is
Okay,
weird
dude.
now?
We don't need your socio-political rant about the state of society or anything. We'll just move on.
I do.
Before you
I
say-
do.
before
I'll end it with one. I'll end it with a quote from our president. Soda!
Oh man, soda!
Minnesota.
Minnesota!
I have a story.
I do have one question for you. Actually, I don't know if I should ask this in front of an audience.
Why? If you just DM it to me, DM it to me.
Sure.
Yeah, what's so
How many bodies
confidential?
did you get?
How many
Where did
bodies
you
are
hide
in
the
my
bodies,
car?
dude? Are they in the river?
That's not what I meant.
Oh, that's not that bad.
I like how Dude's fear was the apocalypse, and his name on Roblox was the Screams of Millions. It's kind of ironic.
It's no longer the Screams of Millions.
Yeah, it used to be. It's like your nickname. It's a funny bit.
All right,
guys.
so Nick from June 28th, 2022 says, "What's something you're glad your mom doesn't know about you?" Well, I don't have a mom. I have a mom though, but I'm glad she doesn't know that I use Discord.
She doesn't.
No.
Technically, mine
Because if
doesn't
she
either.
did, she'd probably like scold me all the time because she reads those articles that are like Discord is housing violence or something.
Pedophiles.
That too. And she's gonna get all, oh, no, you can't be on that. It's like
Excuse me.
we're evil people are.
Yeah.
Like sinners, if you will.
Oh, it's one of those moms.
Yeah. it's one
Well,
of those.
sometimes when she's really mad, but
Can I sing a song real quick?
after I finish.
It's not party. It's not chica. We do pizza parties. We eat pizza. Sorry.
That was really-
Okay, yeah, I'm glad she she doesn't know I'm on Discord.
You didn't see it when I posted it.
Anyway, I have one story before I hand it over to Mr. Nick.
Keep going.
It's about how stupidly easy my final year of high school was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know most of you are in high school still,
I know exactly
right?
what you're talking about. Yeah.
I'm in the 4th grade.
Like I explained at the start.
I don't random shut the fuck up, no one cares.
Can we mute him? Can we mute,
Yeah.
can we mute this?
So most of
Alright,
you are in
I
high
gotta
school.
comment on everything, okay, guys?
My last week was last week, so I'm officially
Yeah.
out of high school.
got
I'm
out
gonna
back in
start
May.
college. I'm gonna start college next August, and
What?
oh, thank God.
You
it's
timed
not.
him out and it hits him from the VC. You don't understand.
Oh,
This works.
whoops.
And
Okay. Technical difficulties.
This is actually funny though.
Can we get an acknowledgement?
Just go on.
Okay. I'm gonna turn up my mic in a
Poor
second.
random.
So
He's
basically, I don't know if you guys are in your junior year yet. Probably about to be, but let me tell you, it's the worst experience of your life. Trust me, because it's where most of your hard classes will take place.
Yeah, that's where I go next.
Oh yeah, so like chemistry, physics, trigonometry, all that crap.
I'm studying all three of those because I want to be a forensics
You're-
person in the future.
a lot of people I talk to want
Yeah,
to do forensics.
And
actually.
so here's the weird part, because most of my school year was COVID, like lockdown stuff. So the school actually lowered the requirements you needed in order to pass your junior year. So I mean, you could literally take the bare minimum and get away with it, because before you had to take like multiple bare minimum classes in order to count as like a credit, but now you can just take one because of COVID.
yeah, school.
I mean,
school for me
I
was
don't know
easy.
if it's reverted back or not, but so pretty much I got most of my like classes that I needed to get done during junior year. So pretty much my senior year, for the most part, was just like filler classes, like religion class, woodshop, cooking, like graphics, technology stuff, all that crap. And I don't know if it's just the if it's just the
It's Gus Fring.
Oh, dude,
Well,
stop.
I don't know if
Welcome to
it's
Los
my
Poderes
American
Hermanos
school system,
training.
I stop returning to lobby.
but anyway, essentially, my school is like trying to make me stay there. Was trying to make me stay there for like the longest time. Who unserved muted him?
I did. Shut up. Keep going.
Hold on,
He's gonna keep playing sound effects. So yeah, Nick, I don't know if it's like this in Poland, but here in
Really
America, schools really don't care if you learn it or not. They just have to tell you to do it. So
It is not here like that here at all. They
So
force you to know everything basically.
I remember in elementary school, they just like halfway through like teaching us cursive, I guess their curriculum changed and they just stopped.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, about that.
like,
They stopped
I
teaching
have
me
to
cursive when I
I
was
had to
third grade.
self-teach myself how to
Yeah,
like
cursive is
signature.
mandatory here.
They helped me over summer just to teach cursive.
Uh,
It's so annoying. I hate
There's
it.
a
Yeah,
there's a
like they
there's
just
a
kind of stopped that. But well, that's kind of what they did here. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know how I got the cursive,
Get it right.
but
Shut up.
what I was trying to say before was that they really kind of cucked me because I could have graduated early if they didn't do it.
Nice choice of words, man.
What?
cuck.
Cucked.
I mean,
Go-
they did.
Go on.
They
I'll
did.
stop. I'll stop.
They
But
really
y'all
messed me up like
actually-
that. They really did me like that. Because because in your senior year here, there's only 2 classes you need in order to graduate.
Okay, actually stop posting stuff.
Technically 3. You need a year-long class, which I had already had 3. I needed my 4th year-long class, and I needed government, and then a 4th year of an English credit. So drama are just English 4, and I'm not taking drama because I very much value my family. So-
What is that suggesting? Okay, anyways, is that all you have to say?
No,
think
no.
I get the joke.
But here's what they did, and it's actually really funny. So both of the classes I actually needed were both at the last class, so like at the end of the day, both semesters. Instead, and what I found out is that they totally didn't do this for everyone. They only did it for like specific kids, because some people in my class had English and government in the same semester, so they got to graduate early because they didn't have to stay there because they got all the credits. I even asked if they could just move it to my first semester, like 3rd block, and they're like, nope, I'm sorry, there's no more room. And I'm like, oh, of course there isn't. So, yeah, that's the American school system. They will just purposely make you stay there as long as they can.
I'm so
And
jealous. of you.
also
I'll
make
add
you do
one
nothing.
thing. At our school, you can fail really hard and they'll still pass.
Oh,
you.
yeah,
They'll
no,
let you
that's a thing here too. You can literally get like the grade before failing and you'll still pass
Yeah,
as long
it's
as you just keep
ridiculous.
constantly getting that. And I
ridiculous.
really do think that made me stupid.
Yeah, it makes me feel like I haven't learned much.
But anyway, actually,
Yeah.
I wanna share another quick story. This has to do with school.
a lot of school.
I mentioned earlier how, and Pick mentioned this too, how he really didn't do anything. That's literally what I did all second
Yeah,
semester.
school was extremely easy.
So
this
I had
year.
cooking
This
first
year.
block. I had a wood shop electrical welding class second block. That was my favorite class by far.
Electrical. Yeah, sorry.
Shut
Sorry.
I had a info about design class, which I mean was fun for the most part, but the teacher really doesn't know how to micromanage his time. And then English, which pretty much those 3 classes were just do whatever I feel like doing until English. Because the teachers really didn't care. I mean, some kid in my woodshop class, because he was so bored, because they had so much free time in that class, he built like a sword, like a fucking sword. He started going around
Minecraft!
swing it. And then
Fortnite.
oh wait, that reminds me. There's a teacher who taught that class before my current teacher, and he was my
Yeah.
current teacher for that class was really cool, and it was his first year there, so that explains it. But there's a teacher before that, like right as COVID hit, I'm pretty sure he got fired because he made the kids do some really insane shit. He made them make shields and spears because he was like a COVID conspiracy, and he
What?
thought that
Oh,
COVID was
I
actually like
remember
a
this.
zombie
I
infection.
remember this.
Finally, some interesting part
He
of the
then
story.
told the
COVID
kids to like
conspiracy.
bring pieces of wood up to the roof and make like a barricade.
I remember this. I
And got
remember
through the
you
fucking
told-
gate that was in the back.
He's literally a doomsday apocalypse survivalist.
Yes.
And then apparently he didn't at all like follow safety regulations. Like all of the machines in there had dull blades, like no guards. And think this is like miter saws, table saws, the dangerous stuff. Like no regulations on it. And then I think what's the best part is I don't think he assigned a single piece of work to those kids. I think he just told them to go make spears and shit.
Yeah, dude, his teaching.
And then
actually
we
found
asked
it
what
useful.
happened to him. We
You
asked what
know?
happened to him, and my teacher said, well, the school definition, or the school said, whatever, that he had a permanent leave of absence, and then some kid in the back is saying, that's just a fancy fucking way of saying he got fired.
Did he say the fucking?
Yes,
Oh,
because it
He
was
said
a
the fucking.
the fucking.
yeah. He said that in front of the
fucking-
teacher, dude. Our teacher was chill. We swore in front of him constantly, and like yeah, he told us to knock it off, but he didn't.
Knock it
know,
off. It's
He
like
didn't
the
tell us.
video.
He didn't write us up for it. I knew some teachers in that school that would have written you up just for like being in the wrong hallway.
LeBron James.
All right. I think it's time for
Anyway,
Mr. Inquiry.
yeah,
it's
I was
time.
gonna say that's it.
That's-
Woodshop was wacky, bro.
That's a lot. But what was I saying? That you should actually take that teacher's advice, dude. You said you're afraid of apocalypse. You're gonna have to survive.
Yeah,
You just use a
let me
stack
make wooden spears for the COVID zombies.
COVID.
That was the actual term they used when he was explaining it.
So
that's great.
Anyway, yeah, I
Does-
haven't made a table in that class. It's right here.
Does anybody have questions for me? Or something that you would like me to say for the audience at home?
I'm not. I want to give you a question, but I want to make it.
Go right ahead. Go right ahead. I'm gonna answer anything, and I'll be as honest as possible. No joke. I'll be answering anything and
Do
everything.
your butt cheeks jiggle.
That's
Yes.
Be honest.
Bro.
Yes.
all right.
I need to know.
Yes. they
What?
do.
All right. I got a question. I got a question.
Or my buddy.
What country besides obviously Poland would you like to live in?
Not
Definitely Denmark for sure.
Denmark.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
I would say Finland, but I'm scared of a certain person. So
No, you're scared of the cold. The fog's coming.
yeah, I'm scared of the fog is coming.
If I want to live in a country, it's France. You guys already know about my.
Yeah,
Why?
but shut up,
wanna-
you're a
you
friend.
guys-
Shut up, gay ass
I don't know
Frenchie.
why.
I'd want to go back to Poland because my parents were from Poland.
But I do want to live in Denmark. Their economy is amazing. The people are so nice there. I was there for vacation for a year ago. Yeah, last year. In summer, I was in Denmark to go to Legoland primarily.
Yo,
When I went there, it was coincidentally Pride Month, and it was so like jarring, I guess you could say, seeing like all the pride flags everywhere. Like if you go to Poland and you hang out a pride flag anywhere, you're gonna get a fucking
you're gonna
Molotov
get
thrown at your
shot.
house.
You're gonna-
No, and that is not an exaggeration. That is not an exaggeration in any way. There was this like some Polish nationalism march, and they came across a window that had, I think, like women's rights and a pride flag on it, and they were shooting a flare gun through their windows, and it set their house on fire.
meet the pyro.
Shut the fuck.
It's meet the pyro.
Okay.
No. With jokes aside, that is
Yeah,
generally
that's-
super fucked
that's
up, and
fucked.
It is, bro.
Yeah.
I live in fear. I do.
That's.
I do.
I was
Was it-
never at the TF2 parks. I love T42 so much.
It is a TF2 reference though. But anyway, I live in fear because the audience does not know this. I am homosexual. I am gay. Moving on.
The gayest one here.
I'm pretty sure the only gay one here. But
No,
moving
Random
on.
is pretty gay.
Yeah.
No,
No,
random
random's
is
here.
random's here. Whatever.
No,
That
Randy,
doesn't
Screw you, man.
that doesn't even
Screw
matter.
you.
Back to Denmark. It was just so jarring seeing just like gay couples holding hands, and I felt like I was fucking seeing a shiny Pokemon or something. It was so
What?
just it was so just such a weird sight because if I saw that in Poland, some group of nationalists would just beat them to death immediately.
Yeah.
So
ONR Phalange.
but
oh my
but
god.
as much bad as they talk about Poland, I do love this country. But if I had to leave, if I had a choice, I would stay in Poland. But if I had to leave, I would go to
Fucking
Denmark.
Denmark.
So yes, but any other questions?
It's
'Cause I thought that was kind of short.
Yeah, I think no. That's
Sound of
that what
it.
you said is pretty nice. But how nice are the people in Denmark? Are they like Canadians on steroids?
They are Canadians on steroids,
Okay.
literally.
Thinking like our Canadian.
When I was in Denmark, I was gonna say this before I got sidetracked. People were like leaving their doors to their homes open, unlocked, their gates unlocked, at night even, their bikes unlocked because they know nobody's gonna steal it because people in Denmark are just that nice. It's so weird.
It sounds like better America so far.
How it was in Japan,
It's like
too.
anti-Detroit. It's like anti-Detroit.
I
Yeah,
want
you
to
come,
say this.
you go over
really
to the
quick.
west, and it's like the complete opposite.
Go ahead.
I want to visit a foreign country. I never have. I think Actually, I think this summer we're supposed to, but my mom
been to
last
one.
year was talking that we would go to the Bahamas on a cruise, and I have an extreme fear of the ocean, and that's ironic because listen, as a kid, I loved fish, right? Like I had even like when I was a baby, even they like the baby cribs, they have like the things floating around on the merry-go-round type of thing. I don't know what it's called, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Like the little stuff hanging down. Yeah, that stuff, like the lullaby stuff, it was fish. Everything about my life was fish. I loved fish so much, but I was terrified of where you actually find them. So it's kind of strange dual thing, but that's not the point. We were going to go to the Bahamas. I think we still are, and I'll have to face my fear. I really want to go there. But I want to go to France or somewhere else. Yeah, I'm going to say a lot of things about France. It's on my mind. But yeah, I love France. I have for a long time. Anyways,
Shit.
it's Sliqiz time.
Actually,
It's
that's
Sliqiz time.
I did not finish.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
my,
Sorry.
Fuck you,
my
Nick, it's
time-
my turn now.
Fuck you, kill yourself,
No,
Sliqiz.
no.
My time was way too short.
Okay, whoa.
My time was way too short compared to everyone else. So please think of a question, and in the meanwhile, I'm gonna answer a random's question to me, which states, and I quote, at nickname, if minions serve the most evil people of their time period, does that mean they serve Biden? Does that mean Biden's administration is run by minions?
Oh my god.
Is he
can
talking
you-
about the minions of Despicable Me?
Yes.
Yes, but
Oh
but
my God.
I actually do have an answer for this. Joe Biden isn't evil. He has no bad intentions. At least I don't think so. He's
No
just an
president's evil.
amnesiac old grandpa who does not know what he's
Okay.
doing.
Right
And
into America, guys.
that's it. I'm not gonna get any more political
Yeah.
here.
Not,
He really is
not,
an
not my
NPC.
not my sentiments exactly, but I will say there is no evil president because the American people elect a president. They're not gonna elect.
Well, Howard would.
They're not gonna
You're that
elect
one video
Adolf
I
Hitler.
sent, like a while back, it's like, please save us, Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Donald Trump, if you can do a prayer.
Guys,
please
this is
save
how
us.
Trump can still win. It's if we
Oh,
ask Nick
no.
another question.
No, because I am waiting for a question right now, guys. Shoot, please. Because I did not talk for long enough, and I need to talk more.
Ask one more question.
Back at this
Yeah,
hard
yeah,
rap
yeah.
beat, though, but okay, sure, go on.
Shh.
Jesus Christ, now!
My god.
So aggressive. So aggressive.
If you would buy a gun, which type would it be?
If I
AR-15.
bought a gun,
You don't need to say the name, just type.
The
just
name of what gun you
say
buy.
the name. My favorite gun, like ever, is probably the Chris Vector. I just love how silly it looks.
I have no idea about guns.
That's probably for the better. That's
Yeah.
probably for the better.
I don't really like guns, guys.
But I am a gun nerd and a war nerd, so
I
I'm
know.
generally
Oh,
a
hop
history
on
guy.
Imaginations.
Okay,
All right,
okay,
Asian guys.
okay.
I love to play.
It's like with time.
So is that it, or should we move on to Sliqiz?
You
Well, I
want-
think
if
he
you
wants
need
to
to
go.
say
All right,
it.
me guys. All right, me guys.
Okay, so Sliqiz, I do have a question for you.
I got excited.
Have you ever been on a date?
No.
Well,
Okay, that
Next
I-
question.
next question.
Actually, I have a
Actually,
question.
hold on. I plan to keep it that way because the shit I've seen with my friends is fucking crazy. Oh my
Bros before
god.
hoes, am I right,
dude.
lads?
I dare not go into it because it's kind of personal, but I've seen some shit, man. I don't. Probably when I'm older, but right now I don't know. Especially not the people here, too. Anyways.
I have a
moving-
question. Did you prefer living in Japan or the United States?
That's actually a really tough question because with Japan,
You live
you
in
had all the
Okinawa, right?
culture. Huh?
You live in Okinawa, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's like the very southern island of Japan.
Yes.
Not mainland. It's fucking beautiful there, right? But
Mhm.
it's so like enclosed, like, because if you wanted to do shit, there's not much to do first of all, right? And then like to travel from the very southern part to the very northern part of the island, it only take you like 3 hours. That's how like kind of short it was, like without traffic, obviously. But if I had, because with there, fucking beautiful as I said, but it doesn't feel like home. It's not really what I was used to. because we had to live in an apartment for 2 years because I hated on base housing because it was just small and fucking dirty and shit. My parents
Yeah.
just moved to an apartment. I mean, it was fine. Beautiful fucking island though, and I honestly prefer here. Just because family's here, friends are here, it's just more convenient. I'm here.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Go on.
Where did you get your name? I've been wondering. Sliqiz, where did that name come from?
Sliqiz? Okay, I swear to you. 2018, I was playing the streets at the time.
The streets.
I got a load of fucking Robux too, and I just a lot to spend, right?
Yes.
And hold on, let me actually look at my previous username at the time.
And also, is it pronounced Sliqiz or Sliqiz?
Either or.
Okay.
People just fucking, it doesn't matter.
We've been saying
in my opinion.
Sliqiz, like with the W.
I
but-
say Sliqiz because Wiz is funny, because Wiz
Wiz.
is pissed, and I find that quite comedic. You could honestly go either
Gotta take a whiz.
It doesn't matter. But anyways, so moving on to the previous question. At that time, my previous username was the Magical Popsicle, because that was a clan. Okay, so let me go into.
That's
the
what they called me in high school.
They call me
Oh.
the clan.
Silly little Nickery.
But anyways, so I used to play this game called Dinosaur Simulator.
Dinosaur
and-
Simulator. Oh man.
I remember that.
Yeah, it
I
was
played
a
with my cousin.
really fucking awesome game. I used to play that all the time.
I can hear you type.
Anyways, we had a clan. I was in a clan
Stop.
at the time. I think it was like 12 or 13. It's like a popsicle clan or whatever. So we changed my name for namesake. I also want to get into something else in a second, but I was like playing the streets where they're like, let's jumble a bunch of words together, right? And so I was just typing in. I kind of little bit mashed my keyboard with both my hands, and it just kind of came out as that. I just
So
kind of stuck.
you
with
smash
it.
your computer.
I've been trying to get out of the Sliqiz name too, but
It's
everyone
a
keeps
good
calling
name.
me that.
It's a good name.
I'm not
Oh,
saying it's not. It just had some bad history.
oh yeah.
Anyways, also on a related note to Dinosaur Simulator, I made guess how much Robux I made from that game? Not from like
10K?
YouTube or anything.
A lot.
10,000.
How do you make?
I
10,000.
missed spot on. Let's
how,
go.
how do you make
Oh.
Robux for that game?
Okay, well, it was against the rules of the game, but basically I'd sell the dinosaurs for Robux.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about. You can trade.
Primary dinosaurs everyone sought after.
Just
it was
admit
the
to a crime.
Minotaur and the albino terror. Best dinosaurs in the game, right? I'd get them somehow, some way, and I'd sell them for like 1.5 to 3K Robux. And people would
That's
just eat it up.
crazy. Me and
And
my
I made
cousin
a lot
used to
of
play
fucking
that.
Robux off of that back then. It was fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
wild.
great.
10K
That's
Robux.
my
And
little
you-
tangent about that. And Sliq's name.
And you also got that group you kind of hijacked, kind of not.
Yeah, you too, right, guys?
Join up on Cringe Dab Nation, guys.
Join Cringe Dab Nation.
It's so surreal seeing Cringe Dab Nation owned by Sliqiz, and it's like 14,000 members.
Guys,
Literally, people don't understand how much clout and potential I have.
Yeah.
People don't understand.
We're owning
Give me
some random group.
Name, Batman, you see?
But yeah, it's basically my Roblox career in a nutshell. I guess if you want to call it a career.
Yeah.
Dude, Sliqiz is a fucking Roblox philanthropist.
Yeah.
He made so
Yeah,
much
I made
money.
like I actually made
Roblox
$1,000 in
is
Roblox just by.
trading nowadays. That's why I go on shitty little tangent about how I can't get stupid hats and the fucking
Mhm.
Disney.
Yeah.
Yep, I know.
You got your pineapple hat.
I'm still wishing to get Rainbow Hat Bot. That is my dream hat, and it has
Rainbow
been
Hat
for
Bot,
like 6
that's
years.
like-
Hey, when's your birthday? Oh, wait, your birthday's actually coming up. I can't.
My
get you.
birthday is in 2
I'll
weeks.
give you a little something, little Nickery, our friend. Let's see.
Thank you, Mr. Sliqiz.
I
Let's
guess.
just say, Batman, that's $100. That's quite a bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Dude, okay, listen. Roblox trading's a fucking mess. Don't buy limited straight up trade up for them. Trust me, don't spend thousands of dollars on Roblox.
Yeah.
Unless you
what?
want to buy my super happy face, then you can buy that off me.
If I ever happen to get the Rainbow Hat Bot, I am changing my iconic avatar from the traffic cone guide into the Hat Bot.
I remember always wanting Rainbow Hat Bot, but I like
It's an
the-
amazing
hat.
Yeah, I
It's
like
really
the
cool.
original.
Which hat is that? Which hat is
It's
that?
it's the hat.
the one
top
Remainings
hat.
wears.
Yeah,
You
the
know what's
top hat
funny
with the
though?
eyes.
That hat's actually going. It's lowballing right now. It's actually like
Mm.
it's ever been.
Remainings and Epic Rika wears it, and that's why I'm so familiar with it.
Oh, that
So-
hat.
So, Sliqiz, are you done?
Done in general or done with my
Just
little
done with your
Roblox?
turn.
Done with your done with
It's
your turn.
like Mario Party.
Yeah, except we have prizes.
We should play Mario
Okay.
Party, guys.
So random. I do actually have a question for you. So
Okay.
pull up a chat feed of
I
random.
have a
Yeah, this is
very
gonna be
good question
complicated.
for him.
Randoms are involuntary mute, we'll say. Or no, voluntary
Chinese
mute. He's
speakers
voluntarily
voluntary-
mute. So,
So, yeah, I do have a question for you. Knowing random, this is probably gonna go very badly, but what is the most disgusting thing you've ever done?
don't
That's
ask
a
him this
bad
question.
There's a lot of
No,
answers
no,
he can give you.
Up,
I want
I
to see what he says and be serious. Don't be
Yeah,
jokey. Just
don't-
be honest.
Don't make it one of your really cringe
I don't even think I'm
gossip.
gonna give this warning too, guys.
Okay. He should be typing up a storm.
Oh, yep, there he is.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I
There
don't
we
know if I'm ready for this one. The most
we're gonna wait a
disgusting
minute.
thing you've ever done.
I mean, he is disgusting. He does this shit every time.
Okay, Sefa, please.
Low key. Oh my god, low key. I pissed on myself while I showered because I saw on TikTok how good. Oh my god. Okay.
Why did I not
Okay.
see this
It's,
coming?
that's not nearly as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Okay. So you passed. You got a B minus.
Super A. Super
No,
Got a
A.
super
no,
A,
that's
super
far
A,
from
A
a
plus,
super
A
A.
plus.
Super far from it.
I do have a better question for you that is actually semi-related to the video, I guess. Why are you mute? Why?
Yeah, that's actually a
Why
really
haven't
good
we
question. We've known you for let's say 4
5
years now,
years
and
now,
we
almost.
haven't heard your voice once.
Actually, I've
You
heard it
don't have to
once.
make today the day that changes. I'm just saying, it's pretty impressive that you've gone this long without yielding. Because even Sefa revealed his voice eventually.
It's been like it took like 2 years.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
2. But we've known all of us. We've known each other for 4 years, and random we've not heard his voice once.
5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5 actually. Because I think we've been together since 2017.
We've been together. We are polyamorous.
EP
Oh,
sound
God.
effect.
Oh no.
Yippee! I don't know. My voice got deeper in the last 2 months, but I think it's funny not speaking.
So,
Okay.
so you're implying that you don't talk because you thought you were kind of ashamed of your voice. That's what you're saying.
Sefa was the same way.
It's respectable, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just talk whenever you're comfortable. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Oh,
You were like
9?
9. Yeah,
What?
that is fair.
You were 9 when you met us?
Excuse
9?
me.
What are you doing on Discord?
Oh, okay. He says like 9. Okay, 11. Okay, that's a little less
He just
surprising.
he just admitted to a crime.
Yeah, you can't be on Discord if you're under 13, guys.
Yeah.
I remember that being a huge
Discord's
problem.
gonna hunt him down now.
Oh yeah, this was a long time ago. Discord didn't really have a policy against it until later.
No, their policy would have been in effect by the time he was already 13.
Yeah. I
Okay,
remember that being a
so-
huge problem though. Back when
I-
it was
Is that
a
it?
public server.
I have a dumb question for him, and I'll ask him this later.
Random
Okay.
15.
No, you can do it now. You can do it now.
We all thought
Nah,
random was like 13.
I don't think it's appropriate for the video. But
Okay. Okay,
Let's do
so
it.
moving on to Mr. Snow Person.
It's been like 40 minutes. I haven't waited for 40 minutes. Fuck, man. Stop the That's Your Person on YouTube. Alright, ask me questions.
Mm, let me see.
Sefa, why are you a snowman?
Why are you?
That is a good question. Why are you?
And how have you not
It's
melted?
not really a bad question. I got to show my head from a gift from Roblox.
Say that
And
again.
I didn't know how the fuck did I get it, but I got it anyway.
Oh, yeah, you got the hat you wear, the snowman head. I think that's an event item.
Yeah, he said it. He said it was an event.
Yeah,
He said it was an event.
I definitely remember it.
It's from a gift. I have the gift too.
Oh yeah, it's a gift. It was a gift-splosion.
Yeah, it's gift
Yeah,
explosion.
it's 2016,
That's cool.
right? Christmas 2016.
Yeah, gift-splosion.
Yeah.
They don't do that anymore.
Okay,
Shit,
I
that's
do
a
have.
shame.
I have a question. I have a question. It's kind of just a general question, nothing really specifically related to Sefa. What is your biggest fantasy or your biggest wish, I guess?
I mean, my dream is to go to USA because imagine the dollar between dollar and Turkish lira. It's fucking $17 TL for $1.
Yeah,
Turkish-
Turkish
Yeah,
economy. Okay,
true.
so you
Turkish
basically
economy.
want to come to US because Turkish economy is in the shitter, And plus,
Yeah.
you can meet us, right? That's why you want to come too.
You can drive along
Yeah.
in my car.
Also, what was I gonna say? You'll be like, you know, when Joel, Vine Sauce Joel, did Trip to America, I think it was, or was that Trip to Japan? He did Trip to Japan and Trip to America, right?
He went to America and met Vinny.
Yeah. Okay. That's really cool. Because like he's Swedish, right? And he comes to America and he sees all the things that we consider normal. It's like, what the hell? I imagine you'd be like that. That'd be very cool.
I would love to spend time with you guys in real life.
Yeah. Maybe in
That's sweet.
2024, we'll find.
Yeah,
it'll finally
Maybe
happen.
when the president changes.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're saying
Or
Joe Biden's
doesn't.
like putting the country on lockdown? What's
No,
your
Joe
event,
Biden
Anna?
is just detracting me away from the USA.
Oh,
Which is a joke. It's a joke.
that's a joke.
I am a
now.
Democrat. I am a
You know-
Democrat.
You
I
know,
am a
What?
Democrat.
All right.
Why did everyone go silent when I said I'm a Democrat?
Yeah,
I'm trying to make a purchase
you
here.
Start running.
It
Take
says
notes.
libtards in the chat. Libtards.
So, Sefa, aside from questions, is there anything you would like to say?
I have a small story.
Go ahead.
When I was in my grandma's, they were living in a village, and there was like the concrete hallway.
Yeah.
I was wearing sandals, and I fucking tripped.
You tripped.
I
Tripped.
tripped, and I didn't break any bones, but I had all scars all over my body.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
okay.
Nail.
So you tripped and you got scars everywhere. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I even broke my nail.
Ooh,
Oh
like
my
Jesus.
Ugh,
below it.
that hurts to think about.
Yeah, I hate the stuff that has to do with like toenails and stuff.
From now on, I will wear sandals.
Dude, my nails are so long because they're busting through my socks.
What?
Ew! That's
not that nasty.
Ew.
That's
I'm
nasty.
joking, idiot.
No,
No, guys,
no,
guys, I'm just
no.
trying to be more
Sefa,
feminine. I'm
wait,
just trying
no,
to be more
Every
feminine.
time you say something, it's unbased and unfunny and unironic. Every
Okay,
time I say something,
okay.
it's based, awesome, red hood, epic, and awesomeness.
Okay,
Alright,
dude. Okay,
I
dude.
mean, no, Sefa.
Yeah.
I have another question. You
Go ahead.
say it a lot. You talk a lot like you do, and I know you do tend to get angry, you know, at the world sometimes. You know, you're always like kind of. I'm not saying this as offense. Like I mean this legit. Like I understand that you get angry to them a lot, like at your family and stuff like that. But do you actually hate your country, Turkey, and why?
I mean, I don't really like it. I don't really like the fucking let's say social media.
You don't like social
Mhm.
media.
Like when I changed my channels on Twitter to Turkish, first thing I saw was incest on trending.
Wait, what? What did he
He
say?
said incest was trending in Twitter on
Oh
Turkey.
God.
What the fuck?
It's disgusting, and I swore I will never go to Turkish media ever again.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I'm
bad.
actually kind of the opposite of that. I mentioned this already, but as much as I joke about Poland sucking and everyone being homophobic, I do love this country. I love Poland. I am a
Yeah.
Polish ultranationalist.
Polish ultranationalist.
In Poland, they have good chocolates.
I'm a
Yeah,
French.
true.
I'm a French
Poland,
ultranationalist.
Poland is known for their food. That is true.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It reminds me, like
Definitely.
I said just now, I'm a French ultranationalist. It's like it's like on the same level. There's like that guy who's obsessed with this character from a game that he doesn't even play. I'm obsessed with a country I've never even visited.
Mevins. It's Mevins. It's Mevins.
Yeah.
It's Mevins.
Okay. Doesn't he like Pyra or something from Xenoblade?
Yes, Pyra.
Oh my god,
Pyra
I freaking
from
love her
Xenoblade.
too, but I haven't played it either, so I'm on the same level.
Has anybody played Xenoblade 2?
I don't
Yeah,
even know
but
what it's about. All I
Yeah, but
know
like-
about Xenoblade is there's this channel I used to watch when I was a little wee lad, and I watched it
Oh,
fairly
a
recently.
little
Like,
wee lad.
yeah.
Okay, so hold on. I have to interrupt for a sec. Let's just say Sefa is done, and let's let Pick speak now.
Yeah.
About his
So-
Xenoblade channel.
I'm gonna say one
Chugga
thing.
Conroy is a gameplay channel on YouTube, and he played basically all the games, and he did like series on them. And the way he does things is he uploads one series at a time. Like if he was doing Splatoon 2 just a while ago, or I think he still is. I haven't checked in a while. But he does one series at a time. Like he'll upload only one video, like only one type of video, like on one certain game until he finishes the game, and then move on to the next game, right? He had like 400 episodes of Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I'm like, what the hell? So yeah, but Chuck Conroy, about him, I watched his Pikmin 2 playthrough at least 5 times over now. I watched it all the time when I was a kid. I watched it all the time as a kid, because you don't know, I was obsessed with Pikmin. There's Pikmin gameplay in this video too. I don't know by this point. Let me check how long we've been going. We have been going for an hour. Holy, okay. But
Holy shit.
Longest anomalousDucky upload ever.
yeah, it actually might be. It could be even longer than the stream. So anyways, Chugga Conroy,
Yep.
I was obsessed with his Pikmin playthrough. Like, I'm obsessed with Pikmin now still, because again, I play Endless Abyss. I do all like the ROM hacks. But yeah, Pikmin, I'm still obsessed with that game. I even named my old channel after it. We all know that. So I watched his Pikmin playthrough many times, and I rewatched it sometime during school, actually last year. So yeah, I got reminded of him because of Xenoblade Chronicles, how I checked his channel once, and there was like 500 Xenoblade Chronicle videos in a row on his channel. Like, how is this game that long? Anyways, there's also another channel I was just recently thinking about it. Does anyone remember? Hello, game chat with Betty here. Does anyone remember? Does anyone remember? Yeah, like when they like do the Herobrine sighting and like they walk outside, there's like an E built in close up, like yeah. Does anyone remember Game Chat and Betty here? Oh my god, those guys. They made like really funny Minecraft videos, but I don't know what happened to them. I'm probably gonna have to look into it after this video because I'm actually really interested. Excuse me. I have no idea what happened to them, because if you go on their channel, they have 800k subs, but all their videos get like 2k views at max. So yeah, they're not doing too hot. But they upload basically, I wouldn't know what to call this channel. There's a certain type of channel, right? They like, let's just say Super Mario Strikers all win animations, like compilation videos like that, of just like showing certain aspects of a certain game, you know, stuff like that. Like there's no commentary, there's no gameplay, like no actual gameplay or anything. It's like that. It's just showing parts of the game. It's like, I really don't know what you'd call these type of channels, but there's a lot of them. And there's another one that you guys probably are familiar with the name of, Video Game News. And why I say you're familiar with it is because back when I was Mr. Pikminator, I made a rant video on him. And it was my first rant video ever. That was actually like serious. I seriously shared genuine hatred for some other content creator. It was out of left field, came out of nowhere, because this Video Game News guy, he uploads the same types of content, where it's just like parts of a game, like, you know, top 10, whatever. And he does these videos, they come out really, really fast. And that's why I think there's teams behind these videos, because there's no way a single person can get all these videos out a day after each other, like, super rapidly. I think Video Game News uploads like 5 videos every day. Or he did back then. But this guy, he makes like the same type of spam content, we'll call it.
Yeah.
And he still does it to this day, I think. But he was pretty big in the Hello Neighbor modding community, which I was actually very popular in. Like, I had like a name recognition and everything, and I made a ton of Hello Neighbor mods, and I really enjoyed my time being in that community, because it was the first community I was really a part of. But this Video Game News guy was really big in the Hello Neighbor community, because he made these very strange videos. Like, these very poorly made models, they were horrifying. Like, these very poorly made models, and like, let's say, it's exactly the type of shit you find on YouTube Kids. Like, Hello Neighbor Squid Game crossover. That was one of them I saw. And obviously this didn't exist back then, but he was making the same type of stuff back then, and he's doing it even now. So, he was very popular and notorious in the Hello Neighbor modding community because of how low and high quality his mods were. Because his mods were, in a sense, the most high quality because they had like actual programming, new features developed. But they were also the lowest quality because they were very strange. He never released them. He only released like 3 of them out of all of them, and he made like a shitload. He made a ton of these mods, and he was hated in the community just because his mods were like very strange. Like, he did, like, a lot of people just didn't like him for certain reasons, and I was one of those people who didn't like him just cause. Why the hell not? Let's hate on this guy. So I made a rant video on him after motivation from the server. People were like, guys, I should make a Video Game News rant video. I said it like just off the top of my head. It was like a shower thought. So I was like, let's make a Video Game News rant video. And I posted an audio recording of it to the chat, and people were like, oh my god, I can't wait for this. And I'm like, seriously? Okay, I'll make it. And it got very, very poor reception because it was basically just me. I literally recorded it in Bandai Cam. It was just me talking, look at this shit, this is horrible. Stuff like that. It was literal definition of a rant. There's no script, no editing, production value to it. Anything. It was literally just me saying bullshit, and it got poor reception. Really, really poor reception. It made a lot of people unsub, leave my channel, stuff like that. And in retrospect, I regret doing it because it was just a stupid decision. People hated me for it. I made like a follow-up video to the video game news thing. I was like, it wasn't an apology video. It was more so, guys, you can't respect an opinion. It's that banal argument. You know, you can't respect an opinion, guys, on the internet. Who are you, even? Well, you can't respect an opinion that's literally bullshit. And also, the video, it had like a very egregious editing mistake where there's like 2 minutes of a black screen at the end. And I remember, and I remember this guy. I remember this guy in the comments who was always like, he was vehemently defending video game news. And he was known for doing that. Because I remember people told me, oh yeah, it's that guy. I think he was called, I'm not going to say his name, but I forgot what he's called anyways. But he would always he commented like 15 times in that video game news rant video, like fucking paragraphs upon paragraphs of why I'm wrong, why I'm a dumbass. I mean, his points make sense, but he was feverishly devoted to defending this dude, who doesn't even make, let's be honest here, he doesn't even make content that's like really worth being a fan of. Like, what are you a fan of? Are you just a fan of him updating you on certain games? Like, yeah, I see that can be useful if you're saying, oh yeah, he makes content on news, like video game news. It's literally in his channel name. That could be useful, but I don't see what there's actually to be a fan of. So this guy was a super fan of video game news, and he ranted and ranted in my comment section of why I'm wrong, why I'm a dumbass, really demotivated me. Yeah, I don't know what his problem was. But yeah.
It's probably an alt VGN or something.
Yeah, he was like the ultimate VGN stan. Yeah, and that reminds me of another incident. A long time ago. We're talking 2017, 2016, back when those reaction channels were popular. You know, like Leafy is Here, Pyrocynical, old Pyrocynical. Back when Pyrocynical was actually... Pyrocynical, back then, used to actually have as a running gag that is, oh, I'm not bullying kids, so no one's going to watch my videos. And there's also Leafy, of course, who literally just bullied kids in his content. But back when those channels were popular was when I was still doing YouTube, and you know where this is going. So I was making very subpar videos back then. I was just transitioning from making videos like with my really shitty camera, recording me playing with my plushies, and recording my DS screen, stuff like that, to actual videos like screen recordings and stuff of like me playing games, me talking about stuff. I played a lot of Roblox, but there was this guy, and before I say, don't go looking for him, because you won't find him. I've looked for him over the years, and I can't find him, so he either got terminated, and if you do search up his name, which don't, because you're not going to find him, and I don't want people to go harassing random people who have done no wrong, because this is a very common name, and chances are this is not the guy I'm talking about. But this channel would always comment on my videos. His name was Rogue Life, and he had these special snowflake text like in his username, you know, like the special snowflake text, like the weird fonts, not fonts, like the weird characters, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
He had that in his name, and his name was Rogue Life. I think he had like that smiley face emoticon, like the one that's like with the I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, the Japanese one. But he would always comment my videos. Like, I made a lot of really shitty YouTube poops back then, like really, really shitty, because I was just dicking around in Vegas Pro. I really didn't know what I was doing, and those videos are still up. You can go find them. Not worth your time to watch, but I made a lot of really shitty YouTube poops, and even on my other content, like, just he would always be there and comment, wow, this shit sucks. This is fucking terrible. You should fucking quit YouTube. Stuff like that. And the reason he did it is because back then I was like 10 or 8, 9 years old back when this happened, and whenever someone commented something slightly negative like that, I responded in all caps, dude, fuck off, you're so mean, stuff like that. And that just, that just made them do it more, obviously, because they're trolls, they're fucking cunts. So I just fueled the fire, and I didn't understand at the time because I was just a kid. But this guy would always comment, your videos are trash, you should fucking quit YouTube, you suck, I hate you, stuff like that. Every single upload, he would be there and comment something horrible. And I disabled comments back then. I think there's a video of me talking about it, of why I disabled, I think it's called Why I've Disabled Comments on my old channel. You can probably find it. But I disabled comments because he wouldn't stop. And other people were harassing me, saying, dude, who is this kid? Because like I was just a kid having fun, and people were trying to bring me down. Because again, this is the era on YouTube where bullying kids would get you views and stuff, get you fame.
Yeah,
So everyone
yeah.
was doing that to me. But guess what? This Rogue Life guy, he was really intimidating to me at the time because he had 20,000 subscribers or so, give or take. But guess who ended up with 40K, almost 40K subs, and he's gone from the internet. So yeah, that's what
He's
happens
gone.
That's what happens when you spend time bullying kids on the internet for shits and giggles. You don't get
Okay,
anywhere in
so-
life. And there's a video. Random found it. Disabling
We moving
comments
on?
my channel. Oh, one last thing. Yeah, on that
How
disabling.
about you say that one last thing for
One
another
last thing.
time, Mr.
No.
Nubby?
One last thing. That disabling comments thumbnail is literally just in Vegas Pro. It's the default font, and it says disabling comments, right? Because what I'd used to do, I didn't have Photoshop or anything. What I'd used to do to make thumbnails, I would go in Vegas Pro, put text on a frame, and then screenshot the thing. Because you can, like, save images of the current frame in Vegas Pro. So that's how I used to make thumbnails. So a little insider. I used my video editor to make thumbnails back then. Yeah, I was really archaic methods to get my way, using really archaic methods. But yeah, that was an interesting story I had to tell. I've been meaning to say it for a long time. And whoever that guy is out there, fuck you. I hope you've grown up, learn that bullying kids on the internet is not going to get you in there. Because this guy, he was probably like 16 or 15 by the time he was doing this. He's probably fully grown.
I think that's enough.
Yeah, I know it's
Before you
enough.
get sidetracked.
I know
before you get
it's enough.
sidetracked,
I know. Okay, I was gonna end it
Before
there.
you get sidetracked again.
Alright.
Come on, Joe. Let's go.
Do come on.
Yes.
You have the talking
My
pill
face
now.
has actually gone.
I
numb
have
from
the talking stick. All right.
Mhm.
I actually kind of want to talk about what I was going to do on YouTube, but I don't think it's long enough because
Doesn't
it
have to
was.
know.
All right, so I actually wanted to do YouTube like 2 years ago because it was during the summer, and I don't know if we were talking. And I was pretty bored, and I thought I could get a lot of input on something in the game that I don't even remember what it was. It was some Roblox game. I remember that, but yeah, I ended up not doing it because I don't remember when Pick quit, but he was definitely. This is like he was going through something, and I was just like, oh shit, I really like do not want to deal with that, so I'm just not going to upload.
Oh,
but
okay.
I do have second thoughts because holy shit, there's a lot of bad content for this games I like, so I might do something.
Okay, are you suggesting that like what I was doing discouraged you? Because I can understand.
No.
Back then,
It didn't discourage, but it just kind of was like, okay, yeah, I definitely don't have the mental capacity to do this right
Yeah,
now.
when YouTube removed my comments, really affected me because I lost my community basically. And
Well, I am
know,
not a child.
I know I
So, I'm
overreacted
good.
to it at the time, but I was just a
I
kid.
farted.
Okay,
I
okay,
do too.
okay, cool.
Didn't
We have a
you
very
feel-
sentimental moment, and I farted.
I mean, that's what I said.
But I want to say I overreacted to it at the time of YouTube removing my comments because, well, I don't feel bad for
Okay.
doing it because YouTube, it's popular. It's cool to hate YouTube. It's one of those things that you love to hate because it's a shitty corporation. Google's a shit corporation, like all of them are. They don't really care.
True.
Users.
It's sad that that's true. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's sad because they don't care.
I mean-
They'll do outrageous things, remove comments, remove dislikes, terrible things. So yeah, I removing comments is like the final nail in the coffin. I did make a long-winded post about it in my comments on my update video to responding to some guy who said you should return to Mr. Pikminator. I made a formal statement about it. I did check on the Mr. Pikminator channel. I can actually bring comments back. Yes, I can, but
Oh.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to return to Mr. Pikminator, and I explained why in that post. I'm not going to recite it because I've been talking way too much here, and I want to give some turn to other people. So yeah.
Alrighty. Yeah.
So,
No. Wait.
I was okay with anomalousDucky.
What do you say?
So yeah, I
Anything else to say?
but I think I will start doing YouTube maybe during like either this summer or the next one because I'm into a couple of smaller games and Jesus, there's like no good content being pumped
Yeah.
out at all. It's all just like copy and paste. Like, oh, we're gonna do this and then this, haha. But it's my perspective, and then this is their perspective. And I really just think that commentary would be better than just those videos with just music over them. And yeah, I can make conversation It's
If
kind of what I have to do for part of my job.
if you do
Oh my
YouTube-
fucking god, that scared the hell out of me. I got bored for a second, so I opened a video in my recommended called 1 Hour of Silence, occasionally broken by and it just played right
What's
now.
Durner?
It's like, you know, okay, remember we played Out of Asylum, Mr. AnomalousDucky?
Is it a
that
piano?
skull
Wait,
thing.
is it a piano riff?
No,
It's a-
it's I mean, I don't
the-
fucking know.
is
But
it-
it's
it's-
that skull that says for real, and it goes da-na-na-na-na-na.
That's my
What is that?
ringtone. That's my fucking ringtone.
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
You
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway.
look, I'm gonna pull it up. That's my actual ringtone.
Anyway,
Okay, go ahead. Go.
so yeah, I do want to do YouTube, but another thing that's kind of not making me want to do it is you really can get cucked for saying anything
Again,
on
that's supposed
YouTube.
to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Like
can
me
say-
saying cuck there could have just cucked you.
Yeah, I don't really care though, because like I'm not worried about. Don't know if I'll make it enough.
Like you can make the worst joke possible, like the worst dick joke possible, and you just get
Oh,
banned from the
oh, yeah.
platform for like forever.
There was actually a drama about that. Just some
Yeah, that's what I'm
YouTuber, I
referring to.
forget the name. Yeah, this guy made a video about this quantum TV, I think it was, and he said he like included a very like
Probably
not
shouldn't
even-
talk about it
not-
because you might get killed.
I don't care.
YouTube assassination attempt.
Yeah, I don't care. If like Susan Wabajak is like in my other window.
Hey. It's
Oh yeah, I
pronounced
forgot. Her name is Polish. I'm sorry.
Nick would know.
Guy.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm offensive.
But yeah, no.
That's
If
what
I
Diesel
do
Fascists
it,
used to call her.
if I do YouTube, it's gonna be whatever I want because fan input's always helpful. That's what corporations don't get. Is an input from your like consumers is pretty much how you survive.
Yeah,
True.
that guy
But-
made like the least inappropriate dick joke he could come up with, and he got his entire video claimed. Or, like,
Yeah,
deleted.
no.
It's crazy.
I like this term and I don't like what's associated with, but I think the term itself is accurate. The silent majority.
The silent.
A large
majority.
majority of people do not like what YouTube is doing.
Yeah,
They're
they
just not
don't-
saying anything
They're
about
too
it.
big to fail, so they won't listen. They have no reason to listen. And I know.
Yeah, which is
I
why
don't
I
want
mean
this
they should be
video-
scared
I don't
because
want this-
TikTok would kill them in like
Yeah.
a millisecond.
I don't want this conversation to devolve into fuck capitalism or anything. But
Yeah, no, I'm getting back on track.
Yeah.
Yeah, do fuck capitalism though. Do fuck capitalism.
No,
Yo,
you
Biden.
can't fuck a concept. Anyway,
True, I guess. True.
Yeah, you can't make that.
but yeah, YouTube just seems like a lot of like back and forth, and kind of like be careful of what you say or
It's
be careful of how you word something or
YouTube is extremely authoritarian.
and that's probably the main reason I didn't do YouTube for the longest time was because I was younger, so my voice was obviously a lot higher pitched than it is. I still don't know why it's so high pitched. I don't know what's going on. My mic's supposed to be picking
You
up my
sound
actual
fine.
voice.
I don't know what you mean.
I'm supposed to sound a lot deeper than this. Trust me, but
Oh,
I don't know. That's another topic. But
that's very interesting that you say you wanted to do YouTube because I'm not saying anything.
because I like to do commentary,
Yeah,
like live commentary.
I just thought you would be one of the last people I'd expect to say.
Because
"Oh,
I mean, for most of like my early kindergarten years that I can remember, I watched like commentary on Super Mario 3D Land for like the 3DS from I think it was like Zach Scott or something.
Zach Scott. Oh my God, that's another YouTuber I watched a ton when I was a kid.
Yeah, like I really liked just oh my fucking god, it happened again. I really liked just the concept of talking while playing games, like talking about anything and then also talking about the game and how you like it, like oh yeah, this game's fun. But like not like a review of the game, like this game is good but it sucks and stuff like that.
It's not a review, it's analysis.
It's just
you'd say,
you're
or
like
retrospective.
you're it's like it's childish almost. It's like
it's a retrospective, yes.
Yeah, it's like you're just experiencing the game. You're not
why-
making any opinions on it. You're not forming it. You're just playing.
Yeah, I
you're talking.
love those types of videos.
And that's what I do with actually sometimes. I have a couple of videos that I did record. I haven't edited them yet of live commentaries that I was gonna do for a Roblox game called Titan Warfare, but I decided not to upload them because.
I would like to see it.
Well, first off, I don't have an editing software, and I'd have to get one.
I can't hook you up because.
No, I already got one. It's fine.
Okay. Okay.
Second off, I kind of noticed halfway through watching it, man, I swear a lot, don't I?
You
We all do
So-
about that. Like,
I don't
my
think I could even
father-
upload it without getting YouTube like, oh, you can't say that.
I think swearing actually does trigger the YouTube filter. Like if it's excessive, like you say,
Yeah.
like if you go like fuck, like stuff like
No,
that.
you just did it. You just
Yeah,
did it.
I don't
No.
care though. I don't care. They can sue me for all I care. But if you do stuff like that, I think the filter will become angry at you. And I just think swearing in general.
And
like,
that's another thing.
My dad gets on to me about it, about swearing so much, because he says like, oh, you can't do that in public and stuff. I don't do it in public. I just do it like when we're at a house and stuff. But there's also like my brothers and sisters around. There's
No, I
they're
don't
young.
swear in front of my family, like not
I
on
do
purpose.
it all the time, but I can't help
Like,
it.
I'll swear if like I stub my toe or if I drop something, but I don't deliberately swear. Oh my god, the noise! I don't deliberately swear purposely. It's just people in that game. So you guys have no idea what it is. Obviously, it's a relatively small Attack on Titan game,
Hmm.
and well, it's like you got swords and guns and crap, and people with swords are fucking losers, and people with guns are not. And and the game is super laggy because obviously it's Roblox and connections are terrible, and the game's so small that people from all around the world are in one server. So the connections are very unstable because multiple connections from across the world are trying to get onto one server in the United States. So US East servers, though I live on the East Coast, would be like 500 ping. It was very frustrating because I even looked over the parts I yelled at a lot. Like I would have my crosshair right over someone, but then they'd teleport because of server lag. And it was just like, oh my god, I'm
Daily
so
struggle
mad.
of me.
nice bang, dude.
So that's why I didn't end up uploading them. I mean, I had some very funny moments in those clips. Like I got called a hacker a couple of times, which I thought was fun.
Probably because your lag.
Is this
No,
a
'cause I'm
Roblox game,
awesome.
by the way? Or
Yes, it was
Yes.
a little Roblox
Okay.
game.
I
I haven't played it in like a month or two, and I don't think I will until they update it. But
So are we moving on?
yeah,
Moving on,
I'm
right,
finishing up
guys?
my story. Hold
Oh
on.
my. Okay, fine.
I get called
And
hacker
so-
a lot.
Yeah, that's why I didn't upload, and that's why I'm probably not going to upload for a while because I am just too angry.
You're an angry little man.
Awesome.
It's your personality.
Okay, so
all right,
And
you
that
go
one Wii
on.
Sports guy made a
I'll
career
be
after
right back
off
in a
anger.
moment. I'll use the bathroom really quick.
no, we'll wait for you. We'll wait for him.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Random, you're getting banned for that comment. How do I ban him?
I get called hacker a lot in Arsenal because there's so many dumbass kids.
Yeah, true.
Let's
I
move
get called
Random the
hacker a lot,
hell.
too.
Why is it?
He's in hell now.
Who is South Dakota so hot?
Dude, you
All right, Nicholas, I guess it's your turn now.
Yeah, but
No.
we're waiting for Pick.
All right.
Remember the fucking voting
Wait.
function in
Don't
Arsenal?
forget to like the video and subscribe, guys. If you made it this far into the video, I'll be giving away $1,000 at the at the end of this video.
Stop making blames, David.
Anam is
Stop it.
forcing us to be in this video. He's holding me at gunpoint. There's an armed
Yeah.
gunman
He
in my
stole
home
my
right now.
car, my beloved Big Red.
He has teleportation abilities. He's a Super Saiyan. He
Oh,
is-
you know what? I haven't mentioned Big Red at all during this video, and I'm surprised because it's like the highlight
Okay,
of
I'm
my
back.
future.
And
Okay.
when we
Victory,
started
friend!
this
Hi.
when we started this video, it was noon.
Like-
It was dusk. Not noon. It was like sunset, and now it's almost pitch black outside.
It's 3 a.m. for me.
Wow.
It's 9:14.
Well, we've been at it for an
I feel
hour
like,
14.
You know, it's- get the show in the room.
Okay,
I will stop
so-
whenever we feel like it collectively.
Stop the
But
test
Question,
cooker.
a question for me, please?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Sorry.
Mr. Nickery, we're getting
Who's that?
teeny bit little personal, but hopefully it doesn't. Mr. Equal Pal, is there or is there not a community that you are a part of or participate in, or a game you like that you are embarrassed to tell anyone about?
No, kill doesn't count.
Not really. I mean, I am a huge fan of FNF, but you guys already know that,
Yeah,
and that's kind of a thing that is looked down upon.
yeah.
Generally, I don't know
Just
why.
because it's part of cringe culture. It's like, oh, it's
Yeah.
a game for little kids. Blah, blah. The same
But-
thing with FNAF.
Other than that,
Fortnite and every huge community that ever exists.
Yep.
other than that, not really. Do I shave my balls?
That's not funny. Just inappropriate.
It's really
Did
not.
he DM you that? Because I heard someone typing.
Yes. Guys, ball today at 3:15 a.m. Do you shave your balls? I do not have balls. Next question.
What?
He's omnipotent. He's a god.
Do you reproduce asexually?
I do not reproduce. I am bitchless.
Ask serious
No, that's like
questions.
mitosis or something.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
an actual
It's like
Because-
mitosis.
Because I
Americans will suck.
I
forgot.
like Sliqiz's question, and I wish I had an answer to it, but I don't. I
I
really
mean,
don't.
that was an answer.
That was an answer. I just wish I could like slightly go on a bit more, but there's really just nothing to say
It's just
except for
general
the fact that
because the
yeah.
thing with FNF is just people don't like the game in general, and it's also cringe culture. It's one of those games now. It became one of those.
Well, I mean, I got an answer to that question, but I don't want to say it here because I've already spent too much time talking.
So, questions? Because I don't really have much to share. Are you gonna become a hooker in the future?
What?
Okay.
Dude, I'm banning him. I'm banning
Okay.
him. Bye bye.
Bye
Bye bye.
We're just in the fucking
Bye-bye.
video.
Oh, you kicked him again. Okay, great.
You and hell. You went
Leave
to
him
hell.
out there. Just leave him out there.
Leave him in hell. In fact, here, if he comes back,
No, I'll just drag him back. It's fine.
he'll never know.
So, do you guys have anything?
I'm trying
I
to
don't really
think.
have anything to share.
I have a question. What's your
Yeah.
real achievement in a game?
My
rare
biggest
achievement,
achievement, or
like
most
the biggest one.
the That's actually a weird question. So I haven't really played any games for a while now.
Like the biggest achievement in a game.
My biggest achievement, it might sound a little stupid, but I'm pretty sure I have the achievement in TF2. For clarification, specifically for the audience, because you guys know this, I am a sniper main, and I have
know that.
I'm pretty sure I have the achievement in TF2. That's like using the classic
Yeah,
jib
W.
every single class in
You
one
got
match.
that achievement? I've been trying
Yeah.
to get that.
Dude, that's
I'm
actually
Because the
pretty
classic
sure.
is so
Crazy.
funny.
That's the biggest one. That's the biggest one on the TF2.
Yeah, that might be my rarest achievement. But answering Random's question, that is actually a pretty good question.
How
What'd
much
you say?
shooting outside my house?
That kind of depends what you mean by something illegal, because when it comes to stuff like drug deals, yeah, I've seen
Have
a
you
lot of
watched
those.
something illegal? Is that
Well,
what
I
he's saying?
mean,
Okay.
Uh-oh.
No,
Oh,
he's
you
like,
witnessed
have
something
I
illegal.
witnessed something
Okay.
illegal? I have seen
shit.
a
My
lot
Alfred,
of
you're
drug
fine.
deals. A lot of drug deals. Like one time I was sitting at a bus stop with my dad. I see these two guys walk up to each other, do a very suspicious handshake, exchange like 2 words, and then walk away.
Okay. Yeah.
they exchanged
That's a
information.
little
A little bit sussy.
for sus,
See,
for lack of a better term.
I have seen multiple people smoking weed, if that counts. I guess
Oh,
it's
well, I
illegal.
mean, that makes sense.
It's
It's
illegal in
illegal.
Poland.
It's illegal.
Oh, it's illegal.
Yeah, I was about to say.
But I don't think weed should be illegal as much as I don't believe. Like,
There's been stuff here.
Weed should be legalized.
I know it's not appropriate to say it here, but we all know how vehemently opposed to drugs I am. I'm not
yeah.
going to say it here, but yeah.
So, any other questions, please? Because I don't talk too much.
I
when you're
have
here.
a very basic question.
Go ahead.
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food. I feel like this is another one of those questions that I can just answer with one sentence and I can't really go on about. But my favorite food, specifically cooked by my dad, is a tortilla with chicken,
Yeah.
sweet and sour sauce, lettuce, and probably something else that I don't know about, like cocaine or something. But it is very good. My dad is an amazing cook.
Yeah.
Who
Oh,
left?
there he. His internet. His internet.
Oh, did his internet? go out or did
His
someone
internet
kick him?
went out.
His
Oh
internet-
shit! Oh, he's back.
Oh,
He's
oh,
back.
he's back.
Nick, what happened?
Crisis
My-
averted.
Mid sentence.
Did
your
your
Discord
dad like
restart?
possess you or something, bro?
Maybe it's the cocaine.
Yeah. Get DDoS.
Anything else? Maybe something that I can actually go on about. Something more personal.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. All right. I haven't asked many questions this time, and that's something I wanted to do, but I didn't jump in this video. I was like, oh, I have a bunch of questions ready to ask. I'm really trying to think.
What is your favorite color?
It's probably
Yellow.
Gee whiz.
I thought it would be
Yellow
orange
and
for
orange.
him. Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
Orange,
Oh, and
yellow
orange.
and orange. I consider them basically the same. I don't know why. I just feel like yellow and orange are
Yellow's
similar
like
enough.
a lighter
I have a
orange.
question.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
What's your favorite gaming platform?
My favorite gaming platform, PC. Obviously, I'm a
Yeah,
PC
PC master
elitist.
race.
Here your
Okay,
race.
PC
I love
Master
PC.
Race.
Yeah,
That's the reason.
I never liked console gaming. Just never really got into it.
Yeah, I can understand. What?
Especially since I primarily play shooters, and you know how shooters on console work.
They suck.
I was
Yeah.
confined to
How
Fortnite
about
for a
this?
year.
As a kid, what scared you the most?
As a kid, what scared me the most? That is incredibly specific. And I do have an answer actually. As a kid, and I think that still kind of carries on until today. It's a very well, it doesn't carry on until today, but obviously, but it's a very weird story.
Yes.
There's this Polish, like yogurt company. I think it's called Małygłód, and their mascot is this like little yellow gremlin, and
Oh.
he's so fucking terrifying.
Is it
And-
like Faker?
Something like that. It's like a weird, horribly detailed puppet. I can't even begin to describe
send me
how
a picture
fucking
of it?
scary it is. I can pull it up right now.
Yeah, yeah. I'm asking
general.
because
Check it out.
Oh my god. Yeah, he looks
I used
like
to
the
be-
Mucinex guy for some
He does a
reason.
little bit, and I remember back then they used to make these to complement his extremely scary appearance, at least for a kid. They would make even scarier ads for him. Like I specifically remember this one where a guy is like running away from fear in him, like this grimy, dark set, and he locks himself in a bathroom stall, and he fucking like slides the back of yogurt under it, and that's where the ad ends,
Oh my god.
like under the
it's like
bathroom stall.
Shining.
And whenever commercials for this specific thing would go on, I would always fucking hide under the table in fear.
That is
I
very
was
interesting.
so scared of him. I was so scared of him.
Very interesting.
Yeah, and it's very
advertising
interesting because like to hear
practice,
like
honestly.
foreign media, you never really hear about it.
I can talk a little bit about Polish specific things if you guys would like to hear about that.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe Polish school, since
Yeah, because you say, "Oh, I
guys
wish it
don't
was
really-
like that here," and you never explain.
Well, I don't really know how the specific, the nitty-gritty of the differences between Polish and American school, but school is extremely hard here.
Yeah,
Very hard.
Every time you talk about it, you talk about that one time someone stole an entire toilet and how there's milk all in like the cracks of the
Mhm,
floor
yep.
tiling.
Yep,
Like,
and
you
I
would-
have. There was milk all over their stalls, all over the fucking floor, like puddles of milk
How
on the
does
floor.
that happen?
So in our lunch works different. It's not a period. It happens in between breaks, and you have like 15 minutes to eat your lunch, and it's a paid thing. It's like a paid subscription that you can just choose to go to, and they serve you food. You can't bring your own food, and sometimes, most of the time, they hand out milk cartons. You know, it's like just like a bonus thing, and I would assume that these little hooligans went to the bathroom with their milk, and they thought, hey, wouldn't it be funny if we just sprayed milk everywhere?
That's awful.
And so they did.
It-
And I have pictures of it. And
Yeah,
if
we
I
see.
happen to find them,
I'll put
pull them up on the
yeah,
video.
I'll put them up on
Yeah,
the
pull
screen.
them up. put
It
them up on
reminds
the
me of
screen.
the time that some crazy girls ate food on the bathroom floor, like absolutely nasty. Our
Oh, I
bathrooms
used
are
to be-
atrocious.
I used to be so nasty when I was a kid. I would like eat ice cream off the floor. Someone dared me to it. I was like, I was
Oh.
so okay. To answer Random's question about how I would be a hooker, I was when I was a kid because
What?
You
because
were
people
when you were a kid? What?
people would dare me to do gross stuff, and I'd do it without hesitation. So I was basically a
Okay.
hooker.
Okay,
I was
that's
basically-
not. That's kind of a suspect choice of word.
That is quite suspect. Okay, great.
When I was a kid, I was a hooker. You guys wouldn't know.
Just don't elaborate, just get
Yeah,
it there.
yeah, just nonchalant. What the hell?
Nonchalantly,
Yeah,
just
but
out.
I get what you mean. You just people would pay you to do really nasty things.
But moving on, Pick did mention about how pretty recently people did steal toilets. I remember going to the
It's
toilet
devious look.
one time. I went to the toilet one time. I needed to p word really bad, and yes, I needed to do that, and I went to the bathroom. I opened the stall, which has no door handle on it because people ripped it off. I go. I look in the stall, and what I see is a rusty ass pipe with no toilet.
Yeah, I remember this
No
picture.
toilet.
I remember the picture very vividly. It's literally
Yeah,
just
I
like
took
an
a picture
empty.
of it as well.
It's an empty stall, and all there is just like a pipe in the center of it. It's like, what the fuck happened here? Someone better
You're
call
supposed to
Mario.
poop,
Oh,
man. It's like a mini game.
Hello,
You
is my mic on?
Poop goes
Yes,
in the
yes.
freaking plumbing.
Okay, so
I want to put. Okay, you finish first.
this is a little bit gross, but I want to talk more about school bathroom stories because those are always the most
I
interesting.
have one. I have one.
I remember pretty recently, actually, going to the bathroom. I look up. I feel like I have to provide a bit of a backstory before this. So I'm pretty sure some of you might know about the trend on TikTok where you take an entire roll of paper, you soak it in water, and you throw it on the wall so it sticks.
Oh.
Nope. I did that in Japan.
And
That was every bathroom in the school.
I went to the bathroom. This is a very unfortunate turn of events. I'll get on it later. I look up, and I see a fucking roll of paper, wet, stuck to the ceiling. It was like a fucking artifact. It was so dry, stuck to the ceiling.
You know what'd be
it was
even
hanging
worse?
off the ceiling.
You know what'd be even worse? If you were on the toilet and it fell on your head and you didn't know it was there.
Oh.
That would be even worse.
But moving on. So I was shitting. For the first time ever in school. I know, crazy. I was shitting, and my stomach hurt really bad. I was kind of sick, so whatever. But moving on, I was indeed shitting at school, which is
Like a death
Bad
sentence.
omen.
a great
Oh.
title to have. It is a bad omen. And you know, I obviously the next logical thing that I hope everyone does is wipe their ass. I look, no toilet paper. And then I connect the dots. How is there supposed to be toilet paper if those assholes fucking took it and threw it on the ceiling?
Yeah.
So you know what I did? You know what I had to do?
Uh-oh.
I took toilet paper out of the garbage can. And I
Oh
used
my
it to wipe my
sweet
ass.
okay.
I mean, what was I supposed to do? What were you
Yeah,
doing
what were
in
you
my
supposed
place?
to do? That's just
Fucking
holy.
walk around school for 8 hours with a shitted ass? I don't think so.
Shitted ass.
It's like that one shitty Minecraft meme, literally. A shit ass.
I have only pooped in school once, and it was in middle
Yeah, I've
school.
only done it like twice.
But generally,
Avoid it.
there is no toilet paper in my
Shit
school
yourself before you shit in the
because-
toilet there.
because of what I mentioned previously. But there was also this weird habit that students of the school had. I don't know why this specifically, but they would make holes between the stalls. I don't know
Uh-oh.
how. They would like pry holes between the stalls.
Glory
Not like-
holes and
basically glory holes, but they didn't use it for what you think they were used to, what they were used for. They were used for people to take toilet paper, just like pieces of toilet paper, piss all over it, wrap it up into like strings, string it between the stalls. It's like all the holes connect. It's like fucking playing some weird game, like
What?
putting it through all the holes. And they would keep it there. So if you go in a bathroom stall, you're just greeted with a fucking
man.
wall of pissed toilet paper.
that's horrible. Yeah, I
That's
don't-
another use
I
for
don't
that.
want this video to be like 80% school crap. And
Well, if you guys have a question for me that's not really school related, then
yeah.
I'd be glad
It wasn't. What was the question? I wasn't here.
It was. I'm pretty sure Pig asked me about how a
Scariest
counselor.
thing.
Yeah,
What scared you the most at school? I mean, not at school. As a child, school's on my mind. All right. Even though it's summer.
I think. Yeah, but it wasn't a question. I just kind of started talking about school.
Yeah.
So it's something else. But I
think-
will gladly answer another question because I feel like I
trying to
haven't been
think.
talking as much as I want to.
I am trying to think. I am trying every fiber.
Something maybe more personal.
What's your IP address?
Not that personal.
My IP address
Just type it.
109 dot.
Watch him just say randoms. That'd be great.
Have I ever considered suicide? I don't know if I want to answer that on the video.
Yeah, that's
but
a
I
little
will.
too much.
But I can proudly and happily say that as a trans person, no, fuck you.
Is that why he's saying that?
Maybe.
Fuck, dude.
Would I such a big black bossy booty?
Don't-
I don't know what that's supposed to be.
Just don't listen to random. Just don't listen to random.
Well, if you guys would ask me a fucking question,
I'm trying it in. All right, man. All right.
You can just like Google funny questions for truth or dare or something.
That's what I was gonna say, but
Oh, you want to do truth or dare?
No,
actually, I have
it's only
this.
truth.
Actually, I have this in my search history for some reason. Are you into podcasts or do you listen to music? Well, you're on one right now, so.
I'll answer both of these questions. I love music. Music is basically the only thing keeping me alive. I love music. I absolutely adore it.
He
But
loves his
podcasts
memes and groups.
podcasts just aren't really my thing.
Yeah,
Which is kind of ironic.
I have never listened to podcasts. Would you believe it? Even though I'm
Doing a
basically
podcast is
I'm
much
doing
entertaining
doing one's
listening
much
to
more
one.
fun than seeing one get made. You know.
But now I'm going to
considered
answer
watching Markiplier as one.
randoms question now. Can I cook? Yes, I can cook.
Ooh.
But
Perfect.
but since this question comes from random, I feel like the only reason he's asking me about suicide and cooking is because I am,
Yeah. And
Trans.
this website's called Women's Health Mag.
Can we move on? It's getting awkward. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, because
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
random has to be
Fucking
like
random.
Yeah,
Well, what's your
but-
go-to guilty pleasure?
my guilty pleasure.
Yeah, that's
FNF
not-
music. FNF music.
Yeah,
FNF music.
Yeah, guilty pleasure is not it's anything bad. It's not like, oh, like wait. Oh, are you imagining?
matching, all right.
Okay, so Sliqiz.
I'm gonna
It's
fucking
your
lose.
turn.
I'm going crazy, guys.
I do have a question for you. It's a bit of a short one. So I'm sorry, but
I don't give a shit.
who is or was your celebrity crush?
That's a funny
Rogan.
thing. I never really had one.
Can we all
'cause
answer
back then? All I did was just play on
No.
the DS all the time. I never watched shows whatsoever.
So
I don't have one.
what was your
never did
celebrity crush on a video game character
a video
Ooh.
game?
Oh, I'm imagining.
or like
Never
movie or
have
something?
Crushes on video game characters I liked, and after that, I actually don't have an answer for that because all I was.
I'm a kid with ADHD. That bad.
What's
Okay.
happening?
Not even as a
just
kid?
I have a
do
question
shit
for you
and
then.
hate shit. I don't really think about much, so
Oh.
I guess if I had to pick a character that I really liked at that time, I guess it was Mario because I'd always bring around.
You had a crush on
plushies.
Mario?
No,
You gotta
as I
clean your
said-
pipes.
As I
Clean your
said, I really
pipes.
didn't have a crush on any celebrities,
Hmm.
right?
That's
But I
interesting.
also said, if you were paying
Mario's-
attention, my friend, I said, if there's a character I really liked, as in a game character, I would say Mario, because I had a lot of plushies of that.
Yeah. That's very interesting what you said, though. You said ADHD has something to do with it, like your apathy for video game characters. Well, I wouldn't say apathy, just like, you don't like them in that way. Because I was basically the
didn't.
opposite. I was basically the opposite. Like, you guys all know how much I like Daisy from fucking Mario, okay?
Actually, no, I didn't
Dude.
know that.
I was
I
a
know, it's
kid,
fairly
I had a-
recent.
When I was a kid, I had
You're
I
talking
had
about
a
guys trying to talk, right, guys?
I had a crush on one of the background dancers from Just Dance.
I don't. Well, I had
That's a
like
new
celebrity crush, Britney Spears.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, and also.
Okay, but Sliqiz, it is his turn. So before you get
Selena
sidetracked,
Gomez.
Yeah, stop.
Um,
Man. I'll go too
I'm
crazy.
going to say,
I watched Wizards.
now, on the ADHD note, I fucking hate doing podcasts, by the way.
Then why are you here?
Get
I
out!
love you, anomalousDucky.
You love
I
the
know
anom-
you're
you're going
You
you're
only
my
goodbye.
love the
friend.
anomalousDucky podcast.
We
I
love
mean,
anomalousDucky.
I don't really consider this a podcast.
Yeah, it's more
It
just
kind
us.
of is if
I
you
don't know.
think
I
about
just
it.
I don't.
Should I
I
actually
hate
call it that when I upload this video?
talking and not
No.
like doing shit. This is not my cup of tea. But I will stick it out for the homies, the
Yeah.
homeboys,
I mean,
the
thank you
MVP.
for being here because we're having a good time.
I do have a question. Though.
Go on.
This might be a time to confess to something that
Okay.
has been weighing on your mind
I
or
do.
something. What is the worst thing you have ever said to anyone that you regret? Of course.
Oh my.
I don't
God.
think you can say that.
I can't. I can't, and I can't. What is the worst thing I ever said to someone? Everything I said to random, I don't regret.
Poor random man.
I have no
No,
regrets.
fuck
I
him.
hate someone random. He keeps DMing me, not DMing me, pinging me in the mornings, and I hate you. Die.
So
I'm just
mean.
kidding, random. I love you. But
Aw,
moving on to
that's
the
cute.
question. Moving on
It's
to the
cute.
question.
It's cute.
I don't know why you guys hate random so much, even as a joke.
I don't. I
It's
love
like
random.
the definition of 4chan.
Yeah.
I love around with Randy, my friend.
Random's like my favorite. All right, no, just kidding. I don't pick favorites.
I probably can't say it here because it's very mean. And
I can't
very
say my worst
rude.
thing either.
I called someone a ghoul once. I really regret it because like making fun of people's
There's this
appearances.
one time
Yeah, a
I
ghoul.
told a kid IRL. Actually, I'm not even gonna say that because that's fucked up too. Can
Yeah.
I get a new question?
I called someone a ghoul once, and I like.
What
making
is the
fun of people's
nicest thing
appearance,
you've
man.
ever said about someone?
I like complimenting people in general sometimes. Like, I don't know. Probably I love you to my mom. That's like the nicest thing you can ever do to anyone.
I'm crying right now.
I've said it like
Tearing up.
9,000 times.
It doesn't matter how much times you say
Yeah, it really
it's
doesn't.
still like the nicest thing
Still
you
is-
can say to
it-
someone.
it's
I
just
do
really
have a
common.
question. I do have one. You know how I said it's time to confess something?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Who's your crush?
If you are comfortable saying this, we can cut this out and skip over it.
Okay.
What is your biggest insecurity?
My biggest insecurity.
Hold on, I'm gonna mute random for this.
He is.
Why?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Hold on, let me.
He's gonna exploit it.
Oh.
Honestly, I'm not too sure. I don't really think about that shit too much because honestly, I mean, of course I do,
Dick size.
and I actually want no. I actually think it's kind of big. I'm not gonna lie.
Whoa.
Damn, dude. Proof when?
Hold on, let me get a measurer.
Let me get a
I
measure.
actually never done that.
If it's above
But-
or at 6 inches, you're
I-
good.
Yes, it's not really my height. I think I'm actually average sized height wise.
I'm
I
average
guess
height.
my weight, 'cause I'm severely underweight. I like
How
weigh,
tall
like,
are you? How tall are you?
I don't know, like 5'6".
Oh,
weigh,
you're actually under height.
10. So I guess my weight. I wish I was like a little bit heftier. You know.
I wish I was 5'11".
That's it. I don't really have. Any
That's
I
the
want
ideal
to
height.
comment on it. My biggest insecurity is my teeth not being straight, but
Oh yeah, that,
British.
British. But in a minute, I recently got braces. You guys all know, but I wanted to announce it to the audience. Yeah. I got braces relatively recently, like just a couple days ago.
Also, I guess you could say my acne too, because I have really
Oh,
bad.
Oh yeah, I
hate
guess
acne.
I have pretty bad, but it's not the
face
worst.
cream and shit, and it still kind of just breaks that.
Thankfully, you can't see it on cameras.
I don't even want to start on my insecurities. And I won't because it's Sliqiz's turn, and I love Sliqiz.
Your insecurity that you'll lose him one day.
What?
Unironically, yes.
Wow.
But
The
that
lore
goes for
expands.
that goes for every one of you. It's not exclusive to Sliqiz.
The lore expands.
Random. I have a question for you, Mr. Random. What is the biggest mistake you ever made?
Being born.
That's not mean. That's so mean, dude.
Well, it's true. Facts don't care about your feelings.
Shut up. He's typing, man. Don't really have
Well,
a
that's
sense of regret.
obvious.
So, you don't have a sense of regret, man. I can't relate to that.
So is it
So
my turn?
could you elaborate a little on your life philosophy, quote unquote?
I don't know. If something goes bad in your life, I like to think it was the best of the worst. If you get what I mean. Oh.
That's actually kind of a weird way of looking at it. I mean, I'm not saying you're invalid or something, but that. I mean, weird as in unique. I've never seen anything like that, really.
There are different ways
No.
time can go, but also free will doesn't exist, or so I think.
He just played MGR.
This is getting very
Metal Gear
philosophical.
Revengeance.
He
nothing
literally just played
entirely
MGR, and it's in every video.
Yeah, we've mentioned Cinder Armstrong twice, haven't we?
Yeah, once in Left 4 Dead and then once in Roblox, I think.
So, I asked this question to Sliqiz already, but Mr. Snow Person,
Yeah.
have you ever dated anyone?
Actually, I never did. I'm like bitchless.
Mm,
There's nothing
mean-
wrong with that.
yeah, there's nothing wrong with
Hoes
selling
ain't
the CD.
loyal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it did ask me out, but I said no.
Bucket?
That actually happened.
Oh
You like
my
this
god.
one?
I actually forgot about that.
I just told the girl that I was busy the day of prom, which I was, but. And I never really talked to her, so it would be awkward. I mean, I want to do a question about a car because I knew you guys know I have a car, but I want to know what kind of car you guys want.
I got a Jeep. I love cars, but I can't
I-
name
Oh,
it.
Pick,
It's-
you don't
it's
have a
very
Jeep. You have a
weird.
time bomb.
It's very weird. I remember how Nick said he loves guns. Well, I can't actually name any cars, but I love cars. It is a little weird.
Yeah, it's like that with me too. I
Yeah.
can name a couple guns, but I can't name many guns. But I can also
Uh,
name a couple cars, but not many cars.
Say something. You don't want guys my gear. YouTube.
Mhm.
You know what grinds
Yeah,
my
you
gears?
Okay,
YouTube.
listen. You know the questions they ask you on mobile, like
Oh yeah.
the song made. They play a song and it's made by Kim McLeod, and
Yeah.
you know what's worse? They fucking banned these channels because they thumbnails
Oh.
look like the same.
Oh yeah, they banned
they-
like the re-uploads of Kevin MacLeod's song, right?
Yeah.
And also, I know what you're talking about. The questions asked, "Did you enjoy this video?" or whatever, something like that. What did you think of this video?
Oh.
How's your experience on YouTube been? And they just keep popping up
Have you shit yourself in the toilet yet?
because they
Why are you-
need to know that. Apparently.
Yeah,
Okay,
probably.
okay.
Where's your house? What's your location?
I live in an
Give
apartment.
us your information so we can sell it to other companies.
The Zuckerberg.
But
Okay.
I'm actually gonna go off of what Do said. What is your dream car?
My dream car.
Mm-hmm.
If I would, I will buy a Jeep.
Oh, good.
Any specific Jeep?
Sefa.
They have like screens monitors behind couches.
Mm.
Yeah, and you know the ones with fucking wheels on the back.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I do get what you mean.
I would love to buy one, and it's like it's not a bad choice.
So
Yeah, no, Jeeps are just a little expensive. That's it.
yeah.
I got my dream car. Thank fuck. Already, it was Big Red. Like
If
Big Red.
literally.
if I was gonna choose a dream car, if I was being realistic, I would just choose any car that functions. But if I'm being unrealistic, my dream car is a McLaren 720S Spider. Specifically one that is orange, which is ironic because I'm the funny traffic cone guy.
Hey,
But I want that car so fucking bad. You don't know how
I have
much I
no
want it.
idea what it looks like.
Well, I've heard that car before because I do watch the Grand Tour every now and then, even though I know nothing
you
about
go.
cars.
Pull up a picture and
Oh, what are
Oh,
those
Top-
things?
Top
Okay.
Gear. Oh, these cars.
This.
These
Oh
cars.
yeah,
oh,
that's
that's it right there.
That's sick.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a nice car.
hmm
Yeah, they
But-
have like no ceiling.
Well, it looks nice.
My
British
dream
people tell
car
me
would
it's not
also
nice.
be Big Red.
You want my car?
Yeah, I want a Big Red.
I'm actually gonna customize it later
Because,
this
but like,
week.
I don't want to steal Big Red from you. I just want to have another copy of Big Red.
Big Red.
Big
second
Blue.
number.
You can have
Like a
my dad's truck.
clone.
He doesn't fucking use it.
I
Just buy one
just
that's
mail it to
You can have
Poland.
Big Blue, which is like a F-250.
Yeah, just like have it on a boat, go across the ocean.
That's my blue car. Big blue.
Yeah, that Big Blue is my dad's truck.
Big blue, little blue.
Big orange because you like orange color and
But yeah,
yellow.
speaking of Big Red, actually, I'm installing a parking camera in the back of it because it's really hard to see out of the mirrors when you're
Mm.
parking, and because it's like trying to sit down when you have a fat ass, right? Like it's really hard. I don't know if you guys have had this problem, but I have.
Sefa,
Yeah.
anything else you would like to add or say anything personally?
Let me think.
Hold on, I gotta catch random.
I'm gonna talk about Chugga. He got like copyright strikes because he had urban music and he gets copyright strikes. Oh, you want to learn one more thing about Chugga?
What
Mhm.
is he saying?
Chugga Conroy.
Oh,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? Are you about him?
Chugga Conroy.
Yeah, what
The guy
about?
I share my birthday with him.
You
share-
do?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's
And that's
cool.
I
it's insane.
share my
share-
birthday
share
with
birthday
one
with
of
fucking
us,
child.
which, yeah.
You share,
You know,
you share my birthday. Your birthday with. my
I don't
fucking
know
child
if I
with you,
should
bro.
say this, but my sister almost shared the birthday with the specific event that happened in the early 2000s.
Oh no.
2 days before.
Imagine
She was
being
born 2 days
Imagine
before.
being born
She was
on
due for that day, but she was born before.
So can we move on, Sefa? Is that right?
I guess it's my turn.
Or do
Yeah,
you have
but-
anything else to say?
Anything else to say? Just move on.
Go on. Go on.
I don't have anything else to say.
Oh, okay,
Alright.
okay, okay.
Alright,
Okay.
ask
so we
me
can move on.
anything. R
Pick.
slash.
I have
ask me
a. This is
Anything?
definitely a like
anything.
specific question, but do you when you like eventually get old, get a job, and get a house, do you plan to have your own like man cave room area? And if so, what's gonna be in it?
I have actually been thinking about the prospects. I really, really want my own house, like somewhere secluded, because we live in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, and I can't really see my friends often, right? I don't see them often, like in real life. Like there's people who live in those cul-de-sacs in those neighborhoods, and you can just go visit your friends whenever. I can't do that because I live far away from them. I live in the middle of nowhere. I live like in the forest, basically.
I do too. But I
Yes.
live in
On a
cul-de-sac
hill.
Also,
Live on a hill. That's always been a problem with me. And I do want to move out really soon, like whenever possible. Probably not when I'm 18. I'd probably have to move out when I'm 22. Because if you do it as soon as you're 18, you know, the prospects of living on your own, there's a lot of stuff you have to manage. You got to pay the bills. You got to make sure everything's in order. You got to buy food. It's a lot to take in. So having to live on my own, it would just be me and my fat ass cat North living alone. And that couldn't happen at age 18, simply put. But I want a house, like I said, secluded, kind of far away. I would also like to, like, it's a little weird. I would have liked to live near my friends. And what are you typing?
It's nothing.
Okay.
it's nothing. It's not typing with one hand. It's nothing. It's nothing.
I would have liked to live with my friends, like in childhood, but it's too late for that. But I want to live on a secluded place. Preferably, I mean, I'm not going to live alone. I'm obviously going to get a wife and stuff, but I would like to live alone for the time being. And I would like my house to be painted burgundy, my favorite color.
Yeah.
And for man cave, I'm not so, I don't know.
That's just the word
yeah,
for like your own
yeah,
type of room.
I know. It's yeah. I would probably keep like memorabilia and stuff like that. Like obviously, yeah. Actually, yeah. I'm gonna yield. I would have probably a man cave because I made a joke with Raleigh a while ago. When I make my own, get my own house, I'm gonna take the Ena plush and I'm gonna put it in like a glass case, you know, like on display. You know how like in Toy Story, Woody is like on that display thing before he's getting worked on, like they're patching his arm. Put her in like one of those glass display cases. And I probably have a lot of posters of things I like rock bands I like, stuff like that. So yeah, I would definitely have a man cave, and he's deafened, so he didn't hear that. Come on, why do you have to deafen at the worst time, man?
We live in a world where off guy, which is me, has a sister, an Omori sister, which is my
Yeah.
sister.
True. Yeah, true.
Sefa likes off, and his sister likes Amori.
Her profile picture is Omori.
I feel like here we all have like a very specific game associated with us. A game or a show.
What would
or
mine
like
be?
Homestuck. Obviously.
Okay. I only heard the game part.
What game/show? Probably
Yeah.
like Steven Universe or something.
For me? Or
No,
you?
for random.
Oh
for
yeah,
random.
of course. What, you hate Steven Universe, apparently?
that. I thought you loved
No,
that.
don't you dare skip me.
Okay, well,
I'm still
Owl
here.
House. We're not skipping you. Owl House or whatever the fuck you like. I don't know.
Random, a little strange.
Are we still on this
Yeah.
question that I asked? Sorry, I
Yeah,
had
I
someone come
already
in my
said.
room.
I said I would have man cave. I'm gonna take the Ena Plus with me. I'm gonna put her in a glass case. And I'm also gonna have posters of things I like.
That's just cool. I asked that because I was just thinking about that today.
Yeah.
Like, I love doing stuff with like welding and wood stuff, so I might just make a shop.
And yeah, I do have something to say. I do really like cartoons. I've never really expressed this part about me, but I'm not really into. I don't watch anything. Like that's the thing. I don't watch anything these days. I just watch YouTube all day, and it sucks.
Yeah, because like
But I find it hard to invest myself in something. And like the most recent thing I've watched show anything was Erased, the anime, and it was really good. I watched it while I was over at my friend's house. We just binge watched the whole thing. It was really good. Really enjoyed it. But I don't watch a lot of things, but I really love cartoons. I watch a lot of those YouTubers like Saber Spark, Rebel Taxi, you know, the ones that like talk about cartoons. Yeah, I watch a lot of those YouTubers, and I don't even realize it, but I do watch them a shit ton. So I do love cartoons.
Back to what I was saying though. I don't want to really interrupt, but Sefa would be off for sure.
Yeah, Sefa would be.
That goes without saying.
I introduced Sefa to Off actually. I was like,
you did?
I saw Markiplier's old playthrough of it. Like, Sefa will love this game. It's like it's like the best thing that's ever happened to him now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I teach Doll about off too.
Random.
I mean,
search Off RPG because you're getting bug repellent.
You're passing the torch. We all love Off here.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, me, Pick, and random dudes. Not random fucking Sefa.
Yeah, he has no idea. He hasn't enlightened.
Offrepellent.com.
Random, you have to do Off RPG because it's such
sugar is the
Off,
first thing that pops up. Awesome.
Yeah, Off is such a common word. So if you search up Off on Google, you're gonna get
you
fucking
put it
bug
in
repellent.
front of stuff. You put it after stuff. All right. So, what's your question?
I wish I knew.
It's not really a question. It's more like a statement.
I don't have a question for you.
All right. Well, I'm gonna tell some. I guess I'll tell like a story about how.
Go ahead.
I just made $1,000.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got a job now. He's a wage cook. He's a wage cook.
You said it like you won something.
Well, I did technically win something. No, I'm not employed at the moment. I haven't been employed for like a year. And my last job wasn't technically even like employment. I just did some work for a local person that I knew who had a business. So I did work at his place. He paid me like a job, so that's why I consider it a job. But
Okay.
I was just going to talk about how graduation money is like stupid absurd.
Yeah.
Like, at least here in America. I'm not sure how it is anywhere else, but I straight up got enough money to buy a Valve Index, like the full kit. Well, of course, I'm not going to buy the full kit. I'm definitely going to buy it. I almost have enough to buy it with my own money.
You should buy them play half of Alex. It's so good.
Oh, it comes with it.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? It does?
Yeah, it's. I'm reading. I read it earlier. It said it comes with a
funds? I
newer
want to
one.
say this.
You
know the money I got from this Pigminator channel, the monetization money. That's used to pay my college fund. Yeah, that's what that's being.
Thankfully, I do have parents that will help me pay it off, but I am going to be paying a majority of that off with a job.
Also, I did not watch Avatar as a kid.
But yeah, no, it's like I really don't feel like I deserve to get that $1,000, to be honest with you, because I mean, it's like whenever you're doing, let's just say, like, let's say you're just playing a video game and you're really good at it, and then pro teams just offer you cash to play for them. It's like, that's cool, but I really don't feel like I did anything. Like, it really doesn't feel like I deserved this money. Because I like graduated high school. I mean, yeah, I guess high school is hard if you do all honors and AP stuff, but I really didn't do much in high school. All I did was like the bare minimum because I wanted to do like trig, I wanted to do chem in junior year, but that ended up not happening because of COVID. And I just decided junior year, you know what? I'm going to 100% fail if I take these classes now. So I'm just not going to, and since they're allowing me to just kind of curveball around them, I'm going to do it. So I don't really feel like my 4 years of high school have actually like felt like I earned this money. Like I don't think they warranted this. I don't know if that's the word. I'm trying to remember what it was, but I don't think like it warranted this copious amounts of cash that I just got just for graduating. And the actual graduation itself was kind of like the highlight for me. Like I mean, I need money. Yes, everyone needs money to survive, but
Free money, free money.
you wish. But it is free money, and I did get a scholarship, so I technically got more free money.
Yippee!
But I really didn't do much to get either of those. I just answered a couple questions on a survey and then like wrote out a sentence or two. And then for this graduation stuff, it was just go to school every day for 4 years for like how long? Like 9 months, I want to say. 9 to actually technically 5, because in total there's like a month worth of breaks with like Christmas, spring break, and then the in between days that we get off, exam days. And yeah, like that is how I made $1,000 in a small amount of time. I got it from my late family
You
and
got
like
it all,
faraway
cash, money,
family.
and fame, dude.
Yeah, that's not all cash though. Only $100 that I've received is actually cash. Everything else is checks.
You did
And
not get 150
my
from Bitcoin random. You did not.
that is the biggest lie you've said today.
Keep dreaming, buddy.
Well, your
grandma. Why does your grandma have Bitcoin?
Your grandma's like robbing random. What is she gonna do with that money?
What does she have? What does she have?
Anyway,
Bitcoin?
back to the topic at hand. So yeah, it's very surreal because I can't even really spend that money on anything if I wanted to spend it on something I couldn't, because it's for college. I can't spend that. But it just feels so weird that I got $8,000 in 2 weeks. Like, it's like winning the lottery. Like, you don't believe it.
Yeah.
Until you actually see it in your hand. It's like, oh shit, I just won however much money. That's what this feels like to me.
My dad and my grandparents, they always buy lottery tickets. They haven't won like a single thing in like the years they've been buying them.
The most money I've won from the lottery was $50, and then the most money I've won from betting was also $50.
You just keep buying them, and you don't get any reward. It's just it's basically a scam.
Yeah, like crypto, like Random was saying earlier, with his dead grandma.
Okay, so is that it?
Well, I mean, I kind of do want to talk about this like VR, because I do love VR.
Go ahead.
Oh, VR really disorients me. Like I played it once,
yeah,
I was sick.
It does when I'm not actively doing it. Like if I get on and do it now, I'm gonna be sick as hell. But VR itself is it's very fun to me because, growing up, I wasn't able to get like the latest and greatest consoles for the longest time because, back here in America, with Obama, he was laying off a bunch of what he was doing was causing companies to lay off a bunch of people, and my dad got laid off, so we couldn't afford much for the longest time. And then like over the last 6 years, we slowly but surely I got we finally upgraded from our Wii to like a Nintendo Switch, and then I finally got a better computer. But VR has always been like special to me because it's like it feels like I'm owning the first generation of a console, right? Like how my uncle felt when he bought his first NES.
Your uncle played NES?
Yeah, he bought it. I don't know if it was my uncle or my cousin, someone in my family.
My dad still has his NES.
Yeah, we actually had it, and then apparently before I was born, my dad sold it for $30.
$30.
$30.
And I was like, "Why would you do that?" And then he
bet he
said
regrets
because
it now.
my mom made him. But yeah, back to VR though. I bring up VR because when I got this $1,000, I was like, shit, I could literally just buy the Valve Index with this. And actually, I went into my personal bank account to see how much money I'd gotten from the checks I deposited. And it turns out I really had enough money to buy the Valve Index like for 2 years. Because I try and save at least more than 20% of the money I get. Because, it's good, healthy habit of doing that, because then you always have money. Yeah, the Index is like the highest rated VR headset, or
didn't
one
know
of
that.
them. I don't.
I didn't know
It's-
that.
Yeah,
Well, from what all the info I've been looking at says it's the best one. There's
Yeah,
been a few that say that there are some other ones that are good, but overall this one's just better.
you can use your fingers.
Yeah, because you have like full finger traction, which
Yeah.
none of the other controllers have, and then pair that with full body tracking, which I have in boxes right here. I got this for Christmas.
Nice. That's awesome.
But yeah, it's because I love VR because it makes me feel like
Yeah.
I'm
I used to
owning
play
the first
Boneworks
generation.
all the time
It feels like I'm
growing up.
entering a new generation of
Yeah,
gaming.
I see you playing Boneworks all the fucking time.
What even is Boneworks
I love-
about?
Well, Boneworks is like it's more like a physics simulation
Okay.
sort of thing. It's not really story driven like Alex, but its physics are much better than Alex's.
It's like
Think
Gmod.
Gary's mod,
Yeah.
but for like VR.
Okay, I get it.
And then
It's
they
like
have a
people
sequel
playing
coming
that. I've
out,
never
which is
played that.
they have a
They do-
sequel coming out called Bone Lab, and I'm really excited for that because it's basically like the same thing, except with improved physics and like full body tracking, I think. So you move your legs to climb, your legs will actually like climb in the game.
That's sick. You also got Gorilla Tag.
Oh yeah, Gorilla Tag.
That game's weird.
Gorilla Tag I have not played because my fan is really low in the ceiling. So if I even move my arm up to like halfway, I'll hit it. So it's really hard to play VR besides like climbing and all that, but it's just fucking fun. Like because I used to go outside a lot when I was younger because, that was back when you could actually go outside and not have a 70% chance to get kidnapped. But I like doing physical stuff, so of course I like playing video games too. But once it just once it just became really hard to go outside every day because I mean I don't live in a really crime rated area, but I almost got kidnapped one time
Oh.
when I was really young. I didn't know it. Of course, you never know when you're about to get kidnapped unless you do. But I like doing sports. I like doing physical stuff, like all in elementary school and
Yeah.
like kindergarten and all that stuff. I just ran around and played like baseball or something, or just ran around and parkour and all that crap.
You like
I like
I like
I like moving, but I also like playing video games. So having the ability to do both, VR. I like moving around. I like VR. I like video games, guys. I'm not gonna shoot up a school.
My life is like a video game. All right.
I always wanted.
Plus,
to
it's such
have
an
VR.
easy way to because it's always better to talk to someone in person than online. We all know that, right?
Mhm.
Like it's always better to talk to. Hell, it's even better if we just talked in person.
Mhm.
I do. I
But
understand.
that's still gonna be a while. Yeah,
If
your
you-
question.
If you ever finish Half-Life Alyx, I'm just saying if would you play Half-Life Reputation when it comes out?
Is that
It's
a
like a video
mod?
game.
Well, I'm gonna have Half-Life Alyx if I buy the index, so yeah, I'll play
It's like
this.
it's upcoming.
Yeah, so I looked at it, and the index actually comes with Alex now.
That's also I realized something. If you play Half-Life Alyx, you get different weapon skins.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, but you can change it on the options.
Well, that doesn't really matter to me because a game like that, I don't really care about weapon skins. If it's a game like
Yeah, it's just skins.
CS:GO, then if
Nothing
it's a game like CS:GO where that's the only fucking thing you can customize, then yeah. But back to the whole combining my interest thing. Yeah, so VR is basically just the best of both worlds. I get to stay inside and not have to worry about being kidnapped, while also like playing video games and I guess technically talking to people because doesn't VR chat count as talking to people? And
He's here.
Hey, random.
and yeah, that's
Hey,
it.
random.
I'm going to give it to Nick now because I don't know what else to talk about.
Guess what?
Just wait a moment.
I'll let him speak.
Yeah.
Knife. Knife.
God.
Freddy gets
What's he
stabbed.
entering me? Dude, he's entering in the face.
Guess what? Knife. It's knife guy.
Knife.
Knife.
He's just watching Game cut him off.
Knife
Okay,
is
that's enough from
eating.
you. Bye.
Oh, he's gone. That was interesting. Yeah, so actually, technically, everybody who's been featured in the videos has made an appearance now.
I think I know the answer, but I'm gonna say it anyway. What's your favorite boomer shooter character?
Boomer shooter character. Oh
Yeah.
That's
god.
Boomer Shooter.
It's a shooter from the 90s and 2000s, basically.
Then Doom Guy, right?
Yes, but that's an obvious answer.
Yeah.
I love Doom. I love Doom guy. He's awesome. That's basically it. So I'm gonna give a few other of my favorites. Postal Dude,
Oh,
if
yeah.
that counts. If that counts as a
Yeah,
boomer
it
shooter.
does.
It counts.
And I
Is that-
guess Ranger, if that counts as well.
Yeah, I love Ranger. I
Yeah,
love Quake.
Ranger definitely counts. Ranger is like
Yeah.
the boomer shooter.
Yeah,
Actually, never
Both
heard of it.
You've never heard of Quake?
That's the guy
Quake,
from
yeah.
Quake.
Yeah, Ranger is the protagonist of
Okay,
Quake.
I get it.
Yeah. But I think that's it. I don't really have much else to say. I love boomer
Yeah,
shooters. I love
It's
shooters
been a-
overall.
It's been a pretty long time.
Yeah. But I have not played any boomer shooters for a long time, actually.
Are you ever gonna play Postal Brain Damage? It's like so good.
Probably not.
What's Postal
Probably
Brain
not.
Damage again?
It's like
new game?
Doom Postal. It's like Doom and Postal, but Postal is in Postal is mine.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you
Mhm.
can't wake up. It's just trying to wake up.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna say what happens in the ending, but it's so badass.
Well, I feel like throughout this video, I haven't really said anything from, myself. I've just constantly been asking for questions and stuff like that. I haven't really said anything personal. So I would like to talk a little about what I do
Our
Because
sponsor,
I-
NordVPN.
because I'm pretty sure not even you guys know about some of my hobbies and stuff like that. So I think it could be a pretty fun topic.
Okay.
I draw. I
Yeah,
do
we know
art
that.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys definitely know that. But
Wait, really?
Wait, really?
wait, what? This is gonna be day 7 of Gen 2,
Yes.
and I have drawn 2 thumbnails,
Yes.
which the viewers will see prior. Those are mine. I drew those. Thank you. I know. It's awesome.
Yeah, you're
Right?
correct. It does.
I'm honestly glad you improved it in art.
Yeah, I do draw sometimes, and I think I like to think I'm pretty good at it. I don't know. I don't want to toot my own horn really, but I like to think I'm pretty decent. I play guitar. I do that. Acoustic, but I really want to learn how to play electric guitar, even though it's not really not really that different. It I mean, it doesn't seem like it's that different. It's a pretty large shift. At least for me. I really don't know if it's like that for everyone. But I, along with most people in this VC, am an autistic little dumbass. So learning new things is
Whoa.
always learning new
I'm
things
not-
is always
I'm
kind
not
of hard
really
for me.
autistic.
I'm not trying to point fingers, but
On the spectrum, that is what I meant.
Yeah.
My only side effect is I have anger issues, so I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have ADHD, but doesn't everyone?
but
at this
I
point?
really don't think anger means autism, though.
It does.
Yeah, I'm just saying I have anger issues because I don't have anything else.
Yeah, that's what I say I have to.
But other than that, I don't really have any hobbies.
Oh shit, random.
I don't have any hobbies.
The only hobby I had, I lost it because I stopped doing it. I was working
Writing?
on that. Yeah, no, not necessarily. I do write very rarely now. Like, I don't do it often. I haven't done it in a really long time, truth be told. But that Hearts of Iron 4 project I was working on has been
Oh
dormant.
yeah.
Yeah,
hmm
so I don't really have any
And
hobbies.
then MMD, which followed, that was also
Yes.
ditched. So basically everything,
Yeah.
all of your hobbies.
You know,
But
coincidentally, the MMD wiki, the abbreviation MMD. I don't know why or what made me do this. I think I just randomly made it up. But the folder for all the Hearts of Iron 4 assets, it basically just like the internal code name for it, basically was MMD, and that's the
Ooh.
coincidence I just realized.
Also,
I
yeah,
didn't do
because
that intentionally.
MMD, and for the viewers, me
Yeah.
and anomalousDucky and our other friend, who does not appear in the videos, and I will not mention her, but
Yeah.
she's like Voldemort.
Oh,
We
she was
are-
in Left 4 Dead too. He was referenced.
Oh,
I wonder who I could be talking about.
make her fade and just like Left 4 Dead 2 as well.
And
Yeah.
I've said her name several times in this video.
Yumi. Okay, whatever. We were making like a SCP jokey kind of
Yeah,
spin-off of our own
yeah, with our own creatures, our own.
creatures and
Yeah.
characters and jokes from past videos and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
It was called Marcinian Mythos Database, which is, the reason for the acronym MMD. And that's basically all the context you need. We were writing
Yeah.
for it, we were doing a lot of art for it.
it just died.
And
It fell off
it-
because
Yeah.
at the end of school, I was just reading, and I said, when school ends, I'll start on it. And I'm like, I really don't want to do it. And
Yeah,
it just kind
It
of went.
might come back. It might come
We-
back.
We'll
might.
see about it because it has potential, a lot of potential.
It has a lot of potential, and we
Yeah,
barely
and it was
even got
fun.
started on
It
it.
was
We
fun
barely.
while it lasted.
It was fun. It was fun.
I
While it
I
lasted.
especially enjoyed writing the transnational drug market about garloids and their milk.
And I loved drawing children getting murdered. So
What?
But yeah, I don't know what MMD stands for the Hearts of Iron 4 project, but it is literally like the folder. I think I'm pulled up. Yeah, I think the folder was literally called. It's not here, but I vividly remember it used to be called just MMD, and I don't know why I named it that. What it stood for, it was just the internal code name for it was MMD for a while.
like,
Very
if
weird
you ever-
coincidence.
if you ever happen to revive MMD or HY or your HR4 mod,
Yeah.
Random Nautica, whatever it's called,
Yes.
do you think we could somehow connect the two?
Maybe. Because the Corporal Armageddon mod, I could rant about the lore whole, for 40 minutes,
Yeah.
because I still remember a lot of it. It takes place on an alien planet. There's this aliens, Paramodoxians is what they're called instead of humans. But they look visually similar to humans, but they're Roblox characters, which is pretty charming. So yeah, it would make MMD have to take place with an alien race if it were to work. But MMD,
I guess that makes sense.
Corporageddon is what it's called. It was a new take. It's a fantasy mod, much like Equestria at War, which yes, it's a My Little Pony mod. Much like those kind of mods, it had its own world map and its own characters, own story, and I was really invested in it. I treated the characters like children, like my children, and I was really invested in it. But it just dropped off. I don't know what happened, but that always seems to happen.
But I mean, if you want to kill two birds with one stone, we can revive both of them.
Yeah,
make
that
them
actually
intertwine.
sounds like a very interesting endeavor. I'll definitely consider it.
And I'll be talking with my associates, or
Yeah,
I
your
guess
associate.
singular
Miss
or singular
Yumi.
associate, Miss
Yumi.
Miss Yumi, my Nubian goddess. Inquire her. Why is random is the fiend?
Good. Let's keep it that way.
But
This was the
I-
worst fucking thing you came up with. It's so disgusting for me.
when it comes to my own personal life, I feel like there's not really much I can talk about. I already mentioned basically I got the big stuff out of the way, being the fact that
Work it, girl.
Yep, and the fact that I draw, I do that.
No, really.
Oh no, really? Oh my god! I
You know
did
what?
not know that.
Sefa, you want to go? Or Random, you want to go?
Oh, Random doesn't get to go anymore after the last time he asked questions. Favorite flavor of ice cream?
This is gonna be controversial.
It's gonna
I
be
can feel it.
If you
Oh.
pick Rocky Road,
He
okay,
likes
that's
Oreo
fine.
ice
That's
That's
fine.
kind of valid. That's valid.
Yeah,
Kind of.
I
That's
like
valid.
cookie dough.
If he said Rocky Road, he'd be killed on
Hell,
sight.
You keep saying, what the hell's the hate for Rocky Road? I've never tried it, but what is it?
Who the fuck likes Rocky
I've
Road?
never tried it, but I don't. Why everyone hate it?
It just
Okay,
I don't
so-
I haven't had it in a while, but I remember it not tasting good.
It
That
doesn't look
looks
that
disgusting.
bad.
Okay, so imagine going to like
Dairy
uh,
Queen or something.
I can't really explain it, but imagine going to some like fucking old folks home,
Yes.
raiding the fridge, licking their ice cream. Imagine the taste, and that's what Rocky Road is.
Okay, so it's bad apparently.
I
My
think
fir-
the nuts ruin it.
Oh. Yeah.
My favorite is vanilla.
I never really liked peanuts.
Valid.
I like the peanuts, like the the ones with the shell. Like I didn't like the actual peanut. I just like the shell. And like we had a bird, like this very exotic bird that they sold at a pet store. It's like from Amazon rainforest. It was one of those rainbow birds. I don't know what you call them. They had like the rainbow feathers, and we had them for a while. And we gave them peanuts, like the salt, So I would always lick the salt off those peanut shells and then throw them away. I really liked them. Yeah,
How do I screenshot?
that bird unfortunately died.
Oh.
Yeah, he got sick. All his feathers started falling off, and he just died. Yeah, he cost a freaking fortune. He cost like $1,000.
That's sad.
Yeah, I miss him. Oh, I don't really like birds that much because this bird would never shut up. And there also used to be a red bird that made its nest near a window. Would always peck at it. Pissed me off. I was like, Dad, can you go out there and shoot it, please, or just shoot at it? So it runs away? No, I don't support killing animals. I'm just saying, can you go shoot at it so it'll run away?
BB gun, like a BB gun.
Yeah. Just
Birds
shoot
can
it.
fly, dude. They'll come at like plane formation, take you down.
You guys want to know my favorite ice cream?
You
Why
said
does-
vanilla.
No, look in chat. Look in chat.
WhatsApp ice cream. Oh yeah, Cuido WhatsApp.
Honestly, I'm gonna say it right now.
Ketchup ice cream.
I am perfectly fine with vanilla. Pretty basic, but that is god awful, by the way. Pretty basic, but you can put
It has
anything
ketchup
on it.
Squeezed on it.
Oh, I thought it was ketchup.
Ketchup
No,
flavored
that is
ice
ketchup.
cream.
That is
No,
ketchup.
like the ice cream was ketchup flavored.
It is, and it
You
has
guys-
ketchup squeezed on it.
Do
Sefa,
you guys eat?
do you want to go
Yeah.
or just random stuff? Something.
I'm gonna wait for random. Also, do you guys eat Do you guys eat spaghetti with
Random, you
ketchup?
got anything to say, or is it Sefa still
Mhm.
going? You're still talking, man.
You have the talking stick.
The talking
Right.
stick.
Question for you. Random. Besides turkey, where's
You
just
just Googled Arabic thing. What? This shit's like.
Okay,
Oh.
random. Besides
Okay.
turkey, where did you just travel? Where did
Where
you
would
travel?
you travel?
Yeah. Besides turkey.
Yeah, don't come to
And
Turkey. Morocco, obviously. Yeah, because he's
He is. Oh yeah, because he's in Canada right now.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that. He says
Fake
about Morocco
French.
every day, but I keep forgetting he lost Morocco.
Well, I know one place you're going.
random. Do you like France? Everyone hates France in the server, and I'm the only one.
Yeah, I mean, the French hate us.
Why? Everyone hates
The
France.
French hate me, dude.
Say
Why?
snails, because they eat snails.
Because I'm American. Honestly, I kind of wish that we stayed in Poland, but like also I don't because
Dude, if you stayed in Poland, we would have met up already.
dude,
Yeah.
definitely. But the only problem is if my family stayed in Poland, I probably wouldn't be fucking alive because my great grandma was a Holocaust survivor on my dad's side.
Oh,
Ooh, that's interesting.
I think that's what I remember him telling me. I don't remember if that's true.
Suffer, do you got
No,
anything to
random. They converted to Catholicism.
say? Catholicism. It's Catholic. Is it
It's
Catholicism? No, it's Catholicism.
Catholicism.
It's Catholicism.
Is it not Catholicism?
No, what the fuck are you saying? It's
fuck is
Catholic.
Catholicism?
It's Catholicism, not Catholicism.
Dude, I don't know. My English is so messed up after
you
this
almost
teacher,
just
bro.
warped my vocabulary with one sentence.
Dude,
Catholicism.
you don't understand. This English teacher I had like reverse engineered my like
Lizzo.
understanding of English.
There you go. But look.
I think
Now random
Do
names
meant
do is
catechism.
Jewish.
I think Do meant catechism. I think that's
Catholic, whatever. It's
It's
that. thing.
Catholic. Yeah, she converted to Catholic. Okay, wait, do you have anything
Well,
to
they
say, Sefa?
did. I was always Catholic, but
What about you,
Yeah, let me
Sefa?
think. So I interesting story.
random. No.
So,
Let him tell. Let him talk.
so I was returning from middle school with my friends.
Yeah.
They took my fucking tablet. I gave them permission. They took my tablet, and you know what they did? They fucking hid it from me. They fucking searched for us incognito.
They what?
They search porn.
Oh,
On
They
okay.
Wikipedia.
searched porn incognito, and they said it's reversing, and they didn't show me.
They
So
searched
they-
porn on your on your iPad.
Oh
Oh,
my god.
yeah.
So they after they left, I tried to use what they used.
My friends tried to watch
The
porn on our
first-
TV.
The first fucking tab was porn website, and that's how I found.
Oh my
incognito.
god.
Yeah.
That's fucking scary.
Ugh.
It was,
Weird.
and one of the advertisements like, "Do you want your big growing?" Like something like that. So
It's not my
disgusting.
turn. It's not my turn, but a while ago I was in the bathroom
This can get good.
and there's this guy, just way younger than me, was like a 13-year-old, and he walked up to me and told me girls aren't allowed here. You know, as like a joke, like make fun of me and my appearance. But you know, he tried to offend me, but in all honesty, that felt kind of nice. I'm just being honest, that felt kind of
Where'd
nice.
that come from, though?
Yeah.
My appearance, I would assume.
Oh yeah. You only show your face once, and you had a troll face mask on.
I've been meaning to say this, but like about what I have my friends came over. But my friends, they tried to watch fucking Mime and Dash on my TV. Okay, and I know I know that's a meme. Like, I don't unironically fucking like Mime and Dash porn. Okay, it's just a meme. I swear. I mean, I do have a thing for the mimes, but
It's just a goof.
it's literally. But I'm not gonna talk about that. That's not what I want to talk about. I just got reminded about it. But my friends, when they came over, they kept.
He has a
stealing-
boner for the mimes from Mime and Dash. That's what he's trying to say.
No. Okay, but my friends came over. They kept stealing the Ina plush and like running away with it. I'm like, no, come back. Like, obviously it's funny, but they kept doing it. They kept taking her shoes off and like putting them somewhere. Like, you gotta find them. And they were tormenting me, and they kept like running away with her. And once like they said, let's throw her in the air, and like I'll punch her with like these boxing gloves, and like I'm trying to stop them. I'm jumping around the room. It was chaos, but I loved it. It was so much fun. And also, when we went to sleep, I still couldn't get a break because they made this up that the dust man was coming to get me in my sleep, and they kept like standing. Yeah, so we slept in the basement, right? There's like there's like two huge bed. It's a huge bed, and there's like 6 bunks on it, so all of us could sleep there. And they would stand in the corners of the dark basement room. And they would say, the dust man's coming for you, Carter. And they would like jump at me. They would like shake the bed under me and stuff like that. It was crazy. But it went well into like 4 a.m. and stuff. The dust man. It's a great story. But yeah, this is technically my turn now. And I'm going to use it to wrap this up. Because we have been recording for 2 hours, 33 minutes. And that's by far one of the longest recordings we've done in a very long time. And
Yeah.
I don't know who's all going to watch this, who's all going to sit here through this, but if you did watch it, thank you for sitting through this, watching this with us, just listening to the stories we have to tell about ourselves, about everything.
Also,
Yeah.
stop to type "that's no person" on YouTube.
Sub to who? That's
That's
no
no
person.
person.
Oh yeah, sub to Sefa, guys. But yeah.
And one more thing that I have to say for the viewers, if you made it through this entire video to this point, you can now officially call yourself an anomalousDucky super fan.
Superfan.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations.
You're like that one guy who commented. I fucking saw this comment, right? anomalousDucky fans Vanuatu. I have no idea who the fuck that, I have no idea who the fuck that is. He spelled anomalousDucky wrong. He's like anomalousDucky fans Vanuatu.
What is Vanuatu?
Yeah, I searched up what is Vanuatu. It's a country in Oceania. And like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell is this guy doing? And he commented like, I love you, anomalousDucky. Please upload. And I said, oh, just you wait, little boy. June 20th.
No. No.
Just you wait, little boy. Yeah, that was a little strange. That was a little strange. So if you're watching this anomalousDucky Vanuatu, you can officially call yourself the anomalousDucky super fan, like you make yourself out to be. Yeah, he's
gonna watch this. He's gonna comment on this exact video, and his name will change from anomalousDucky fans to anomalousDucky super fan of Vanuatu.
Yeah. I do hope he shows up for this actually. But yeah. If you watch this whole video, this was a more experimental video, of course, and it's been in the plans for a long time. Because when we, again, like I said sometime at the beginning of this video, when we were doing Gen 2, this originally was going to come out Monday of last week, or no, when this is getting uploaded, Monday of this week, but it will be Monday of last week momentarily. But this was going to go up, let me just look at my calendar, because I'm a doofus. Monday the 13th, this was, Gen 2 was going to start. But we delayed it to the 20th, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we delayed it to the 20th because I was going to work on 2 video essays, but the scripts for them were really, really long, and I thought I wasn't going to finish it in time, and so we had to compromise. Let's just say, let's make all the videos congruent, do all these compilation videos, all of us having fun, because we wanted to get together and do a lot of things, have fun. And I know it might seem a little repetitive, like we did it way too much, because 7 videos in a row of us just playing games and Roblox. We're going to try new things. But that's not gonna be the only content on the channel. There's gonna be video essays that I'm working on that will probably come out sometime after this. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens. But yeah.
One more thing. We should play that MEM game on Shift too.
Yeah, the man versus machine.
I would like to get Phasmophobia for.
Oh yeah, that would be great. That would be great.
That would be amazing, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait until the summer sale starts, and if it's on sale, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
Cause that game is stupid funny, and with our bunch and me in VR, I feel like we could have fun.
But
Do you guys remember that clip? Phasmophobia. What the fuck is it called? Never mind. The guy's like, Opa.
Opa. Oh yeah, the guy gets scared.
Okay, well, Pick, I think you can end now.
Yes, I want to say this. When we started recording, it was dusk out, and now it's pitch black outside. So we've been here a while. I think it's time to wrap things up.
Contrary to me, it was pitch black when I started, and now the sun is out.
That's actually
Here
kind of, it's like poetry.
You stole
man.
my sunlight, Nick.
It's like poetry. Yeah.
Nick, you stole the baseness from my country, and then you stole my sun.
Well,
I have some too.
Well, I mean, random. We're ending, so you can leave.
You can leave.
Goodbye, random.
I'll see you guys. That was a good haul tonight. We had a good time.
We can still talk a little because there is some stuff I want to say.
I do have to go because
no,
my grandparents are
my
sick.
eyes hurt.
Okay, just one thing I have to say real quick.
Okay.
Do you guys want to do a possible watch along tomorrow?
A what?
What?
Watch along.
Watch along.
You know,
What
just
time?
watch
Because I have to-
something.
Can we
together.
watch Turning Red, bro?
We can if you want. I mean,
You want to watch Squid Game?
Yeah. I actually like it, but I haven't watched it. Again, it's like
I've-
one thing.
I've watched it like 3 times. I mean,
We should watch Sonic 2.
I've already seen Sonic 2. It's pretty good.
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I think we've all seen it. So
I haven't seen Sonic 2. I was supposed to watch it with Chris, but he ended up watching it by
Yeah.
himself.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna have to record some gameplay tonight because I obviously don't have enough to constitute this whole video. I only have like 30 minutes of footage. So yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm hoping this video. I'm probably gonna listen to this. I mean, of course, I'm gonna have to listen to it over again while I'm editing it. But I'm probably gonna watch it casually too, like an actual video that someone else made.
Like
I
a
sometimes-
video
Yeah,
gamer.
I watch my own videos sometimes. I might watch this video for background noise. But yeah.
Random's back.
This was an interesting video. Maybe we'll make more. Maybe I should try this with my other friends. That would
I
be
think we
very
should.
interesting.
Yeah, let's just like We should definitely have more talks like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we can get more
This
personal.
one we felt was appropriate to publicize because we wanted to end off Gen 2 in a big way. That's where things will end. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a behemoth of one, but we did it.
And sub to Sefa.
Yeah, and sub to Sefa. All right, guys. See ya.
Sefa.
Bye.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Adios, muchachos.